Yo,
Yo, yo.
yo, what's up, chat? Yo, we got vested Lordy Cardboard. Hello, Brooklyn's in the house with a wrench. We got Zealous. Tormentic, what's up, dude? Cryptid Keepers in the house. Mr. Haunt Haunt. Lordy Cardboard. Brian Fatoni, what's up, dude? We got Warlord Leo, Vested, I already said. Funkle Slumpkin, what's good? How's everybody doing tonight? Yo, Black Market's in the house.
I see Lily too.
Oh, Lily's in the house. What's up, Lily?
Hello, everyone. Thanks for stopping by.
7-Up's in the house. I know, isn't the rotating coin sick? I love that. That's so cool.
Yeah, pretty stoked on having that piece.
EA's
So
gonna do it.
Yeah, go ahead.
It just reminds me it's gonna be like $1 start on those coins.
Yeah.
Never. I'm still waiting for Andy to come out with the slot machines.
I was thinking it was going to be closest one to guess the number of coins, like wins the pack at the end of the stream or something like that.
Yeah, you might be coming up with ideas for the future.
For sure. EA could have spent the rest of his time in the arcades as vested. That's funny.
All right, guys. Well, we have a night of Metazoo rips talking about what's going on with the Metazoo news lately and just a general hangout for the community. Glad to see everybody here.
And I believe
Bob.
this is Bob's first stream, so.
Yeah, you can tell by the quality of my camera and kind of like me being late to everything. So.
Oh, you're good. We're glad to have you.
Yeah, for real.
What is your playmat, Bob?
This is Metazoo Black Market.
Ah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, I got this some time ago. I didn't know if this was released or not. I was like, well, that looks really cool. There's like a whole story with it all of the black market of these cryptids getting captured and stuff.
Dang.
Very cool.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's sick.
Maybe Black Market can kind of elaborate on that a little bit. I don't know. But it looks cool. I also have a UFO one, but, this one kind of caught my eye.
Dang, that's cool. It's I've never seen that before.
Black Market, was this released? Or did I just get super lucky? Oh, sick playmat, Bob. Yeah, thanks, man.
So Mr. Haunt Hut says, we got a consensus on the leak booster box artwork. I don't know if I love Bigfoot and Piazza.
What are your thoughts, guys?
Friends and fam only. Nice. You're lucky, Bob.
Oh, I'm his long-lost cousin.
So Tormentic's opinion, he says, I'm stoked on the new box art. It's a nice combo of retro and new zoo. And I do think that's a good take on the box art. That's kind of what I'm expecting to see. It's a mix of old Metazoo and new Metazoo. Something that honors the old fans, but also brings in new ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, might take it like Bigfoot's not my favorite, but then I kind of see like Mothman in there with the laser eyes. Like, look, it may be like a hot take, but like the Nightfall Mothman was one of my favorites. I think because that's the first moth that I pulled. Like anything with lasers coming out of the eyes just looks pretty gnarly. So
yep.
I was a fan of that. And then seeing Wukong is just awesome too. It's like we're expanding. We're not just in North America. So
yeah, no, that's cool.
Got me stoked.
Yeah, I think that's part of what's going to be super fun is seeing all the international cryptids. We've been stuck in kind of the North American cryptids for, Metazoo's existence. So that is something I'm super looking forward to and learning about new cryptids. And it looks like we have Emily in the chat too. Very cool to have Emily and Lily.
What's up, Emily?
My thought process sometimes is like everyone's kind of like looking at the leaked art and this and that. What I really enjoy is that all the artists know what they did and like they're so tight-lipped on it, and I gotta respect that because I'm sure Emily and Lily have done some amazing art that no one has seen yet. So I'm just really excited to see all that get out. Like it is tough to have such like a strong opinion on box art. But I'm kind of just keeping in the mind of I can't wait to rip some stuff, see what else is out there.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it is cool to see the every week or two we get a new old artist reveal. So that's always sick.
Yeah.
So it looks like Trementic says that his favorite spoiler so far is the Lucky Fire Chicken.
Out of RS, I
Out
agree.
of Aris, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah,
got to
that
keep
one.
bringing it good luck. You got to keep feeding it, or else it'll like burn your house down, right, Trementic? Something like that.
Yeah, I thought that one was really cool.
Now we just need Seb back. Vested says.
Ooh, good point, Vested.
See, that's what I think. I feel like Metazoo, and I'm just gonna like people are. I know there is the difference, like Meta 2 and all that, but like let's call it what it is. It's Metazoo. So I feel like Metazoo is like gonna release all these artists soon. Like we don't know if Seb's back or not. That's like the fun stuff. Like kind of,
Right,
I'm maybe in that weird camp of like the not knowing is kind of fun. Like let's see what's out there.
for sure.
Like,
Seven,
yeah.
Isaac, I agree, Trementic.
Wonder why Italy of all places got a box art. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it seems like it was probably like maybe a memo didn't get through or something, and it was like a
It-
distributor leak.
It didn't
or
get
something.
didn't get translated to Italian quick enough.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, but I mean, that stuff always happens, to be honest. Usually, if I recall, like in sets past, like that's where we would scoop a lot of the new images of the new products was from like a distribution solicitation that someone would just Google it someday, and boom, there's all the SKUs and the box arts. So
That makes sense.
it was always cool. Like I would check Google every day, multiple times a day, and just like and I would do just the previous 24 hours, like multiple times daily to try and always get the latest scoop. So, but that's the
Yeah,
fun of it. Again, kind of like what Bob was saying, the not knowing, the suspense.
Yeah, it's just going to take some more patience, and in the meantime, we're getting a little more information, but I'm sure things will ramp up soon.
Did
Oh, yeah.
anybody see that box from Italy and think what like? I was just kind of thinking like what their thought process is when they open Zoo, because Zoo didn't get to Italy. I haven't spoken to anyone there, so I'm just thinking like I don't know. It's a me, a Metazoo.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't
Alright.
recall. Did Zoo have like Italy and like European distribution? I forget, to be honest. Like for some reason I feel like maybe they did for like CN2 and Wilderness. But yeah, I
I don't
forget. So,
I know some in your streams crew there. I believe there are some people from the UK, obviously
Yes.
Canada.
Yep.
But they said they were paying so much for shipping. I think they just got it on the secondary market and paid a lot for shipping. So
Yeah. Like I feel like maybe Cryptid Nation and Second Edition and Wilderness were like the only two that that made it over there at distro. I could be totally wrong though.
Makes sense.
Only UK from what says Brooklyn. Catching Cryptids worldwide. Hey,
Worldwide.
Spooky.
Metazoo
Appreciate it.
worldwide. Yes. Spooky babe.
I love the
Appreciate it.
raps, catching cryptids. Those
Yes.
little short raps.
We got so
All right.
many unique people in the community. Makes it so much fun.
Yeah.
So what are you guys thinking about ripping first?
I'm gonna do the patented Crew Mega Mix for maximum suspense. I like to flip my packs, even on personal rips. I like to flip them upside down and mix them up, so that I never
All right,
know
I'll
what
go-
I'm getting into.
I'll go seance with you. I
Nice.
need that possessed aura. I've seen like such a huge dip, and I'm like, I should pick that up, but man, it feels so good to hit it. I'm that DJ
It
that's like,
really
I just
does.
want to hit it. So, like, and it seems like everyone around me is hitting these possessed auras. So it's time. I have toppers here. I'm ready for it. Got to bring it on.
Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of really good hits coming out lately. A lot of possessed auras. I'm jealous. I've only ever pulled one in my life, so
I just pulled one out of one of my mystery bags last week. My $6 3-pack mystery bags on Whatnot, so that was fun.
Get all this out of the way. Who'd that go to? Do you recall?
I'm trying to think. I think it was so there was one night that was just insane, and I was pulling pie birds out of native and Mothmen, and I hit a possessed. And so there's like a couple guys. It might have been Jeff. It might have been Jeff J got possessed. I think it was
Jeff
it was
J.
Jeff J.
Yep.
Yeah, it was Jeff J. And then Will got the pie saw and the Mothman. That was a pretty good night for hits for sure.
Nice.
Jeff J always has insane luck in my streams.
Yeah.
That guy. All right.
See, I'm not gonna mix. I'm just gonna go in, see what happens.
Yeah,
See what kind of life gives me.
Crew's just too professional.
Yeah.
I got to do the mega mix.
First time ever doing this on stream. And I like to. Okay, everyone's gonna get to know me. Like, I don't like to do the pack trick or anything. I just like to cruise, look at the art, see what we got.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah,
you know, I think it was TMX did a video saying like, let's bring back enjoying the bulk. You know, like let's not call it
right.
bulk. And I'm with you, man. TMX, if you're in there, I saw that. It was great.
No, I totally agree with that. We got the Shauna Hawk. 7up says we had a seance with 2 to 3 hateful eights. Never had that luck with Sue ever. Nice.
Hey, Crew, can I borrow the orb shredder?
Yeah. All right, what do you guys think of Sackabilly? That's again like, do we just pass over this guy? I think he's amazing. Every time I see him, I'm like, what a goofy dude.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's a kook. He's a kook, but he can hang out with us.
I'm gonna go back on my word because I hate this. I hate this card. I'm sorry.
Was that barking spider?
Yeah, because I've seen it so many times.
I know,
I never
right?
want to see this or permafrost. But
no, you know, it's funny because we were doing this the other night, like last week. My when I was streaming, it was really dead, and everybody was talking about all the art spoilers. So we just started like going through Nightfall bulk and just random sets bulk. It's really kind of looking back. It is. I do think a lot of times bulk just gets skipped over, and it's really underappreciated. And there's some really amazing artwork in all the sets in the bulk.
Yeah. Well, so I was gonna say, like, even this is interesting. Like Spontaneous Voyage, you know, it's let's see if I can get it in focus. Always people in the car surrounded by the what are they? The Manchap swamp skeletons.
That reminds me of what is it? Hit the Road, the Metazoo promos.
Yeah.
Is that what it was called?
Yeah.
Like Hit the Road or something?
Disbanding Energy, Ghosts of the Lost Furnaces versus Sam Sinclair. There really is a lot of good artwork in the bulk.
I mean, look at how crazy this artwork is right here. We got the moon. I believe that's the moon tarot. We got Injured and Moth. Like, this would be a sick full hollow card. You know, and it's just hidden in the bulk for a lot of people that don't look at their bulk.
Yeah, I mean, Special Terra,
cool.
Christmas Eve, and Seance.
I'll say this though, the whole like BC vehicle thing, I was not a fan. You know, I don't want to keep I want to keep it all positive here, but I didn't understand the BC vehicles.
Right.
Maybe because I keep hitting those things.
Every time I pull that helicopter, I can't. I think Micro Machines. I don't know if anybody's
oh yeah,
old
Micro
enough to
Machines.
remember those Micro Machines.
In Z-Bots and everything.
Yeah.
Here we go. We got them in reverse hollow. Cool.
Sackabilly reverse, nice. All right, so here's Orange Eyes.
Orange Eyes is that's a cryptid I'd like to know more about.
Tormentic, what's up with Orange Eyes? From what I understand, it's like just Bigfoot's family, and then just you got Orange Eyes.
Look how much is going on in Static Attraction.
Lucifer. So,
yeah, it looks like we have bourgeoisie birds. Yeah, there's a lot going on. That's a Kelsey
Lordy
card.
Cardboard says, my seance boxes were full of worms. It happens. Mr. Haunt, save me your black masses, crew. I will do that for you, Mr. Haunt. I will have a whole stack of them ready for you.
Sam's backpack. Is Sam coming back?
Good question.
I think it'd be cool to eventually see him back. I don't mind seeing some new people mixed in there, but maybe eventually having some of those classic characters back would be super, super cool.
Ew, shout out to Lily. Always one of my favorites. Black Dog Hanging Hills. That's nice. Like, again, you know, that's what I just love about Metazoo is these are some fun cryptids to research and check out.
So I'll read. Tormentic says he was contracted himself by someone. He was a Sasquatch that was able to cast magic. He had a spell book made of leaves and twigs. He's the only real antagonist we saw Sam fight in the comics.
Hey.
The new protagonist should be called Mike.
Yeah.
Already cardboard right there. Tormentic says he was the one that had contracted the Crosswick monster and used it to attack Loveland Castle. That is a lot of lore.
Ah,
Loveland Castle, that was like the third comic. Battle of Loveland Castle.
right.
Did you guys read them? I don't know, put you on the spot.
No, I did.
I did.
Did a long time. Actually,
Yeah, I was gonna say in
full
the beginning.
disclosure, I skimmed through them and then I had Tormentic read them to me more than once on YouTube.
That was that was super
it was
helpful.
way better that way. It was way better that way.
I like that. Have you guys hit any full hollows yet?
I
Oh,
have
Houdini's hat.
nothing crazy. Reaper's Crown's probably my best hit so far, but
Where's my sleeves? No, Tormentic did a great job reading those comics. But yeah, I always suggested that people that had never heard of those or never checked them out, like, definitely check them out.
Yeah, I don't know Semantic, what you've been up to, but you should just be full-time reading audiobooks.
Right?
You got a great voice, man.
yeah, that'd be dope.
I want the full story as well. We keep stalling out on what, chapter 6?
Well, yeah, there's the manga that it kind of extended it, but from what I recall, it extended it, but felt like kind of a little bit fractured.
Right. Snowing, this
Fucking
is amazing. Jet.
Nice Black Aggie.
Tormentic, best storyteller ever. Yes, Emily. Tormentic will read you a Metazoo bedtime story. Mr. Haunt, we have 2 black masks on the board for Mr. Haunt. Doing good on the black mask. Yeah, Lucifer, this one's so cool. Static Attraction. That token potion.
Have you guys, anyone in chat or at all, like, seen Lucifer in person? Like, he's there. Like, I wonder if anyone's seen him.
I have not, but I've watched some YouTube videos on him.
Is he like not too far away? Can you see him from the plane, or it's actually like a trek? Like he's outside of the airport?
That I do not know. That's a good
I was
question.
gonna say I watched. Is that the Denver airport?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I watched a whole like mini documentary on how weird that airport is. That's so much going on there. It's like gargoyle statues everywhere and stuff.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, they have a lot going on there besides just Lucifer.
So who pulled Black Aggie? I missed it.
I just did.
Okay, because Brooklyn's saying, let's see what Black Aggie brings. Usually a contract and a sheep. So when you rip so much seance, eventually you notice patterns. You notice like certain pairings of hateful eights, like sheep and cursed contract tend to hang out together. So it's interesting when you get these like indicator cards pull out, like full hollow space rock dagger is usually a good sign if you pull one of those, that there might be some hateful eights nearby. Flame Aura, so cool. Denver Airport is a cryptid, says Ernesto.
Seismic Aura.
Have you hit a full hollow yet, Bob?
Have I hit what?
Have you hit a full hollow?
My full hollow was the. What did I have? I know I hit one. Planchette.
Okay, that's a good one.
Let's talk about Third Eye Man. I'll say it. I think the new one is bad. I mean, yeah, like let's just be honest. Like the new Metazoo is different. It's gonna be different, but this one felt. I feel like we got a glow up on the Third Eye Man. So I'll just say that.
Oh yeah. You know, that's an interesting point too that you bring up, because when you go back and look at some of the glow ups, like you just said, like Third Eye Man, I mean, and you put them side by side, you can't deny that the art is definitely getting a major glow up. I know a lot of people are really used to the watercolor stuff, and some people that I've talked to are not huge fans of the kind of the digital looking stuff, but I don't think it hurts to have a mix. Every card doesn't have to be your favorite card. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think there's a little something. And a lot of times when I'm reading comments, it's like for every one negative comment, there's maybe one or two positive, or vice versa. But art is subjective.
I mean, yeah. People are like, "Oh, that art sucked," but it's like, do we really care about this art? Boojum. I know Chris Kampman did it. It's good. It looks good, but there's going to be cryptids that we are just going to pass over for the ones that we like.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like every art spoiler that comes out is not necessarily going to be the chase of the set.
Lily, if you're still in chat, my kids, they love all the rainbow stuff. So every time I clean their room, I see like auras, and then you have one in Hello Kitty, I believe, where it's just like they always stash it in their closet. So you got the 3 and 6-year-old market there, Lily.
Nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so we can do a little layout
cool.
change here and there. So if you guys want to talk about any artwork, just let me know. I have them all loaded up.
Should we just go through them, or is that too much? Yeah, Third Eye Man is dope.
However you guys want to do it.
I mean, yeah, like
if we want to talk about stuff here and there, or I have all the artworks loaded up. So
cool.
Hot take: the auras and tokens are some of the best art in Zoo. Yeah, I love it. 7-Up. I remember the first one I pulled was the suburbs, or like Suburbia.
Right.
And I was like, oh my god, this is a pretty sweet game. So, which is like the lamest one to pull, but it just kind of shows that like there's a lot of thought around it. So I mean,
Lily says, go through them.
All right, we're gonna go through them. I love this one, man. This reminds me of. Did anyone have? I'm showing my age here, but like, did anyone have the Swamp Thing toys? This dude reminds me of.
Oh,
I think he was called Flesh Eater or something like that. So this dude hardcore reminds me of that. I love it. So I got kind of like nostalgic there for it. So I'm a fan, man. Like, and kind of the whole like not knowing stuff. We don't know what the hollows are gonna look like. Like I suspect we're gonna see some stuff that we haven't seen in Zoo, like we have done with this art. Like, let's rock and roll. Let's see.
Yeah, for real.
Give me 1 sec. I'm just going through some of the art files are apparently too big for the program, so I have to take the quality down slightly to get them to upload.
Plot twist: there are no hollows.
No.
Don't say that, Bob.
That's Lordy Cardboard.
Okay, so let's see. Just double checking if I'm missing anybody. So if we want to go through the artwork, should we just start at the beginning? Kind of go down the list of where we began with the art spoilers and roll through?
Yeah.
For me.
All right, so we got Poncho's flashlight frog.
Is that one too big to put up?
Boom.
Oh, never mind. You got it right there. I mean, I'm a fan. Like, it's gonna be tough for like have me have like a negative point of view on any of the reveals, but there's obviously ones I like more. This one gives me crazy Goosebumps vibes. It's definitely Poncho.
I was just gonna say that. Yep.
And I love that. Like, there's nothing in here that I don't like. So I'm down with it.
No, I agree.
What does chat
Very
think?
cool.
I feel like I've read, all the Discord and stuff in chat, but it's kind of good to get a fresh take and after we've seen it all.
Yep.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a super hyper detailed artwork, and I think it's a lot of fun.
Each of the new arts tell a story. We're not the old. Yeah, I agree, Tormentic. That's what we're here for. Cryptids and stories. Can't have cryptids without the story.
Brooklyn says, I like the frog.
I just remember that day, though. Like, that was the first spoiler we got, and that was also the first returning artist announcement. So
Yeah.
just that, like, just seeing Poncho's back, it kind of like made it real that, like, wait, old zoo artists could be coming back. Like, I don't know. I was very excited to see that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a good day.
Yep.
Well, you guys want to move on to the next piece?
Yeah, let's do it.
Sure.
All right, so we have. Oh, it's a little bit.
Oh yeah, Gigi Bird. A little blown up, but
Yeah, a little bit big. Let me see if I can screenshot it down a little bit.
I was excited to see Poncho come back. Yes, same
Yeah.
Suki.
So yeah, Goofus Bird. Yeah. The lore behind Goofus Bird, I think, is actually hilarious. So I think this, they hit the mark on it. I'm sure they got a prompt or a brief of it all. But Goofus Bird like flies backwards, can't handle himself. Like it's basically a Looney Tune. You know, it's
Right, the stork.
it's the laughing
The
stock of
drunk
the
stork.
cryptids. Yeah. Logan
That's
says
funny.
they need to bring this one back. So sort of like, when I see this too, I'm like, cool, we still got humor with Metazoo because, there was dark stuff with the cards, obviously, but I always love the humor with it all because I love seeing a good horror movie and there's, those jokes in there, like that breaks up the tension. So,
Oh snap. Oh snap.
Oop.
There we go.
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
Nice.
All right.
We pulled a Poncho. Lady Luck. Not an easy pull.
Not at all.
We will take it.
It's one of those ones that I had to just bite the bullet and get the single. I'm like I want it, and I had to get for a good price. Same with oh, it's not here. It's in my house. I just got Bloody Mary. Finally, there's like a really great price
All
on
right.
eBay, and I'm like, I gotta do it because
Yep.
I've been hunting her for so long. That was the first cryptid that I learned about. Was Bloody Mary.
Yeah, I think when I was a kid, I tried to call Bloody Mary out in a bathroom mirror.
You did it? Did you get to 3?
I did.
Too scared.
Yeah, I was super scared. That was a dumb idea. I don't know why I'd ever mess with ghosts.
So
or
what
demons,
happened?
whatever she is. I'm still here, so I guess it.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Yeah, well, she's still here too. She's right behind you. She's just kind of like
Right.
waiting for. She's biding her time.
Sounds good.
You know what actually happened is I brought home this book in elementary school and I read about it, and my grandma was at my house, and I was like, oh, here's Bloody Mary, and she was like, let's go do it. I'm like, hell yeah, grandma. So that's actually like a really good memory that I have with her.
That's funny.
Is seeing Bloody Mary or summoning Bloody Mary.
Is Boojum just a homeless forest guy?
He's a Sasquatch, I think. But yeah.
All right, give me something, Seance. I kind of want to switch it up, but also I got to complete it.
7 Up
Keep
says,
doing
yeah,
Bloody
don't pull a
Mary.
Zach Baggins on spirits. Lily says, I could never. Yeah, I'm kind of with you, Lily.
My friends and I had sleepovers to try that. Yeah.
Okay. Next up, we have Dragon of Ocanto Falls. I think this has to be one of my favorite spoilers so far.
Speaking of, Kelsey just dropped in. What's up, Kelsey?
Hey.
Perfect timing.
Awesome.
Boozy Bigfoot says no, exactly. It's like the Sasquatch with a bottle of moonshine or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, this Dragon of Ocanto Falls is amazing.
I love it. And this is again where it's like, oh, we're so back. Then we're talking about artists coming back. We got the
Yep.
watercolor. We have a cryptid we all know. I love it.
Yeah, and that's Dragon of Ocanto Falls is one of the hits that I never mind getting. Like I can never pull that card enough from the original set, so I'm super stoked to see him back and looking really even better in my opinion.
Yeah. This again is where I'm just like, I cannot wait to see this in holo. Like, what are they going to come up with? Is
Yeah,
it
absolutely.
Yeah.
full art? Is it going to be, So,
Yeah, no,
Kelsey says
it's one thing
she's.
to see it. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say, Kelsey says she's working on art. All right, that's always
Ooh,
good to
nice.
hear.
That is good.
Can you share any more light on that, Kelsey?
Yeah, we want all of our Metazoo artists working on art.
Yes,
That's the best place they can be.
Kelsey working on next, that confirmed. Says
yeah.
7-Up.
Happy people love the. Yeah, we do.
We got the Death Tarot. One of my faves.
Funkle Slumpkin in the chat.
Sorry, actually asleep now. I can't speak. She's avoiding the question.
Yep. We'll just have
Set
to wait.
2 confirmed.
Sleep typing, that's awesome. So 7.
But it's cool, don't worry. All right, fair enough.
Yeah, Dragon looks so good. I agree, Noah.
You know what? I haven't opened Seance in a long time, probably for good reason. I keep getting burnt. I didn't realize how many like snow and like you know, there's that Christmas what is it, token, and then I'm like,
Yep.
I didn't.
Colorado Elf. Yeah, we get definitely holiday vibes. Whoa, there's a nicely cut card. That's a severe miscut. That's kind of cool. I think I'll keep that.
Top to bottom.
Yeah.
Nice.
EA, I know you submit stuff for grading. Crew, is that like something you would send to grading, or if you, let's say you hit like Possessor or something, are you going to send that to PSA or CGC or anything?
Probably PSA. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have so much stuff that I have to grade, and it just kind of I just never get around to it. But yeah, eventually. For sure.
Sometimes I'm like, oh, I'll just get I'll get 2, and I want to just go for like the PSA or PSA 9, like online, just because I would hate it for it to come back at PSA 8. It's just like, oh man, or I'm definitely cracking that, even though like, you know, the sample here, but I picked this up, but you know, I couldn't resist, but
no, that one's super cool. So we got Ding Bell. There was two Ding Bells at the, I think, when they dropped these.
Yeah, I'll put the next one up after.
And I apologize. Who is this? Is this Emily? Who did this one? Do we know?
So one's going to be by Lily and the other's going to be by Emily.
Okay.
This one's Emily's. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's right. Lily was the one like with the hammer kind of back. No, again, like, I'm going to sound such like a fanboy, but like, I love it. Like, I can't wait to see. I can't wait to rip it. You know, we see Ding Bell with different emotions. Yeah, he's had some emotions in the past, but like, dude, he's got a cool top hat. Let's see what Ding Bell's up to. Are there more Ding Bells? Like, what's his story? He's good, you know.
Right.
Those are my thoughts.
Yeah, what's he doing in that box? He's got a key.
I'm really hoping Ding Bell is a pain in the butt in the lore. Like, he's popping up, causing mischief.
Yeah. I mean, that's like the lore. Like, it was a World War II. Like, he was kind of working on planes, and a lot of people in World War II had tattoos of a Ding Bell. He was like kind of like a mascot there.
Oh, that's cool.
He was like a mischief guy. You know, if anything were to like go missing, it was kind of blamed on Ding Bell.
That's super funny. All right, I think Boathound is a guy I can live without seeing again.
Yes, those are like the vehicle beasties. It's just I did not understand. All right, give me something, Seance. Wow, still cool though.
The Gremlins, exactly.
Who remembers these? Monster in my pocket. Anyone?
Bob just pulled a full hollow Space Rock dagger. That's a good sign, Bob.
Is it really?
Yep. I mean, not always. It's not 100%, but that is
Just
often a good indicator.
all right.
We'll see.
All right.
We'll see.
All right. I'm feeling good again. All right, let's bring it back.
We'll see if I'm right.
There's the ding bell. Yeah, ice worm. But
Yeah.
see, yep. To me, like Metazoo, did their research. Obviously, they weren't just gonna be like, let's draw this thing. It looks like he's kind of grabbing that stuff from a carpenter and making it hard on the carpenter. Like, I love it. You'll hear me say that a lot. Like, I love it. This is great. Just again, because like, dude, we're here. We're ripping Zoo. We got 25 people in chat looking at new art.
Yeah,
it's great. It's great.
That's a good question, Cryptid Keeper. I wonder how they choose which artists get to do each cryptid. That does have to be a challenging process.
Yeah. I'd love to find out if it was just like bingo. B9. Yeah. Kelsey gets ding bell. Lily. I have to answer it.
It's a lot. It's a lottery. It's a random lottery. That's funny.
Cryptid Keeper had a super fun live stream earlier. He was doing.
The boards and stuff, right?
Yeah, I was lucky enough to win an insane board from him, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to pay that one back to the community as well, pay it forward. But super fun idea. He was doing like trivia, but it was Metazoo content creator trivia. It was him and Pee-weezo. They met up together and did
it. You guys are both in Canada, right? I think I remember seeing Pee-weezo's older streams.
Lily says that's how they did it. Throw a dart at a spinning wheel.
When was Flashlight Frog first spotted in the wild? I want to say Australia, wasn't it?
Is this our trivia question?
Yeah, Lordy Cardboard threw some trivia out there.
See if I get anything else with my lady luck. Gargoyle. All right.
All right, Crew, I'm going to hold you to that because I have hit nothing.
Yeah, now I'm starting to feel like I should have just kept that to myself.
Guy.
That's Seance, though, for you. Seance can be brutal. It's like feast or famine with Seance a lot of times.
I know. Like, Native was so good. I have a Native spellbook I'll open a little bit later, but Native has been so good to me. I could not stop hitting those Wendigos.
Oh, that's awesome.
But Seance, I've never... I don't know why I keep coming back to it.
Oh, we got sniped now.
All right, I want to hear you guys comment first because I'm always jumping in.
I think I'm going to be biased towards the modern snipe artworks forever, considering Crew and I got to spoil them.
Yeah, we got to spoil them. But no, they are really good.
Yeah, I really love both of them. I think it captures the, Metazoo snipe aesthetic well, but in a more refined way.
I agree. Again, we got a story. He's hiding out. What's he looking at? Are there other snipes? And what I love is the lore with snipe is you go on like kind of like a snipe hunt, but it's essentially a goose chase. So you can like convince people like, oh yeah, let's go on a snipe hunt and try to get the gullible person in the group to keep looking for a snipe. So to me, like, it just captures good fun, and we got a good fun snipe here. So
Right.
I'm on board.
Yeah, and Kelsey says they got his lack of brain down perfectly, and I agree with that. The drifting eyes and the goofy smile are perfect.
Oh yeah.
Cryptic Keeper says, yeah, that was fun earlier. Thanks to everyone who showed up earlier, and congrats to all board winners except Lordy, JK Lordy. Yeah, Cryptic Keeper, you were definitely one of the pillars of the Metazoo community, and we really appreciate all of your generosity. I mean, just insane generosity from Cryptic Keeper.
Yeah, I agree.
He was so hard to design because there's nothing to go off of for what it's like other than bird, maybe. Yeah.
I was gonna say Kelsey did an amazing job. The design of that, and I'm glad they kept the design.
Yeah.
It's snipe.
All right, guys. Last pack. I've never had last pack magic, so
Oh, this is your last pack? Okay,
this is my last pack of Seance.
here it is.
Kind of went into a different gear.
Good luck, Bob.
See if the Space Rock Dagger.
All right.
At least it's a full hollow.
It's a hollow.
I got a spell book, a little bit later, but I want to take a Seance break. I'll let you guys catch up. I guess I.
Oh, Splinter Cat. Gotcha. I did. Ooh, this one is so good. The Witch's Cabin, the Swamp.
My Seance box is actually treating me pretty well.
What have you been getting?
I'm almost 50-50 or between. Maybe not 50-50, but I wouldn't. Probably not too far off.
Tony says the lore is gonna go off for real. I hope so. Ooh, Walking Sam, let's go.
Ooh.
One of my faves.
I think so far my favorite hit that I've gotten is going to be Black Aggie. And goes to the Sloss Furnaces. It's always a good one.
Yeah.
Little chunk of orbs.
Got this coin from Layered Worlds. He's in the community. Jersey Devil.
Oh,
Somebody
cool.
hit it. Yeah.
Here,
I think it's like an Etsy shop, but it's pretty
I
cool.
just brought the screen forward so you're highlighted. You're a little bit bigger if you want to show it off a little more.
Oh, cool. Gotta get my Jersey Devil.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, Jersey Devil's one of my favorite cryptids, so love anything. You'll have to send me that link if they're still for sale.
Yeah. Him and I were chatting, and it turns out, like, I live not too far away from a guy who does Bigfoot, like, scoutings. I was like, I gotta go. I gotta do this. So once it's a little bit nicer, I think I'm gonna go and do a Bigfoot scouting and see what's up.
Oh, that's super fun.
Yeah, I guess I don't know if you guys watch Channel 5, but Andrew Callahan.
Andrew Callahan. I love it.
Yeah, so I don't know if it was that guy, but it's pretty much the same vibe where, it's a little bit like they know there's no Bigfoot, but why not go and see? That's what cryptids are all about, right? Like maybe I'll see something. So I think.
Yeah, I mean, I remember as a kid we went on a big snipe hunt and it was super fun. We got a big group of guys together and traveled through a forest at night with flashlights, and I was too young, so I was scared shitless, thinking that there was this giant bird creature out there. Super funny. So Spooky Babe asks, what more obscure cryptids do you want to see in the new set? 7up Collect says Slender Man. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Is Slender Man like a general cryptid too, or is that like an IP that somebody created?
From my understanding, Walking Sam, like it's I think someone took Walking Sam and made it their IP, I believe.
Okay.
I don't even know if it was like an IP or just like a Reddit thread. I don't know how it started, but clearly it had a cult following. There's that whole like unfortunate story where girls thought Slender Man told them to stab their friends or something like that.
So weird.
I'm getting the facts wrong, but I know there was something a little scary there.
Yeah.
It's just some hairy dads relaxing on the beach at Mark's crew. Yep, that's exactly it. We got Charlie in the chat.
Welcome in, Charlie.
Hey, Charlie's in the chat.
people.
What's up? I love this artwork by Lily. The disbanding energy. Very cool.
Yep.
All right, Magic Scarecrow.
All right, so we got a little radioactive hornets action.
Hold for pause. So for me, this goes into like I enjoy it. I really like it. For me, the lore is interesting because I've always liked horror stories and lore that start with like experiments gone wrong. Like that can go anywhere. So that's what I love. Is like to me, this is like an experiment gone wrong at a nuclear power plant. So let's see what these guys are up to. That's what I'm all about. Like let's see it in a full hollow. Let's see the story. Let's see the lore. Let's chat about it. So again, I'm here for it. It's great.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I like that, and I also like that. It's not just a single cryptid. It's just this like wave of craziness
like
coming at people.
That's what I thought too immediately when I saw these.
Kelsey says, bugs aren't my thing, but these dudes are cool as heck. I agree. I'll say it too. People were like, "Oh, where's like the extra leg and stuff?" Like I don't care. I'm sorry. Like he's got an awesome stinger, a nuclear stinger, and we got a whole swarm of them. Like it's an upgrade to me.
Yeah, for
He's
sure.
so cute, dude.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they did those both on the same night, didn't they? The two radioactive spoilers.
So this reminds me of like PS2 or PS3, and I'm not trying to like make a dig at the artist, but like to me it's nostalgic. I'm like I see this on like a video game cover, you know, like one of those little small details in the corner. So when I saw it, I was like, this is awesome. Let's go.
7-Up Collect says, does it die when it stings you? I think, isn't that one of the terrible things about hornets is that they can keep stinging you?
Oof.
I don't think they're like bees, where like the stinger releases.
Are you guys on your first box still?
Yeah, but I'm kind of DJing the program,
slow.
so.
Yeah, I'm going super slow. I'm going through every card.
I got like DGen squirrel brain right now. I'm looking at all these boxes. I'm like, rip me.
We got Stickman. I always thought this guy was cool.
Yeah.
No, like the first couple times I did this with Escape Alien, we shredded through boxes lightning fast. So I kind of made a conscious effort tonight to like really slow down and
play with my toys.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, thanks, Charlie. It's a very unique piece. I'm super stoked to have it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very cool.
All right, what do we think of this?
As you can tell, I have a problem with opening blisters. Blisters and spell books.
Metal Man of Alabama with the devious ding bell in the background.
Yeah. What do you think, Crew?
I think it's sick.
Yeah.
I think it's very cool.
Yeah, I like it. It also shows that like Metazoo's like, let's put some cryptids together. Correct me if I'm wrong, but is this the first one that we saw where cryptids are in the same art together?
Two cryptids in the same art?
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen some, like some bulk. There's a lot of bulk cards like
for Metazoo. New Zoo.
For New
Zoo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, so that's what got me excited. Is I'm like, cool, we're pairing cryptids. Like, we got a story.
Yeah.
The lore
cool.
with Dingba, as well as like, they're messing up with all the technology. Like, we got a whole story.
Yeah, it is sick. Oh, yay, orbed.
Crew's favorite.
No, I definitely dig Metal Man. And that's another one where I can't wait to see it on a card with some hollow around it or in the background or whatever they do to it.
Yeah, because even just like a light hollow on those flames, it's going to look sick.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Headed to sleep.
Appreciate it, Charlie.
Yeah, night, Charlie. Gentle aliens.
Put that in the shredder, says Spooky. The orb.
Yeah, night, Charlie. Appreciate you stopping by.
Yeah.
My gut feeling is that New Zoo is not going to bring back orbs. Like, why would they? So let's just kind of celebrate in that, I could be wrong. This could not age well, but orbs brought no joy.
I think you're making Crew really sad right now, and you should, be
careful
with what you're
Crew's
saying.
No, my polls tonight are making up for it.
Doesn't
no
mean you
sadness
can't rip
here.
retro. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So we have 7-Up Collects and Tony asking if the coins are something we think are going to come back.
Ooh, that's a good question. I haven't really given that much thought.
I haven't either.
Just because you said that we're making 50 new orbs for basic. Yep. That's the art that Kelsey's working on. All right, I feel like such a hog here. I'm always jumping in first, but I want this in a PSA 10. Like I've loved all the art that's come out, but when I saw this, I'm like, all right,
Oh yeah,
that's gotta
Casey
be my
Jones.
first PSA 10. Like I don't know, like, and this is what I enjoy too. Is I think Poncho did the original one, and I enjoyed it, but then this, it's like, oh, I never thought about Casey Jones. You know, I never wanted a PSA 10 Casey Jones, but this, I'm like, I want that. So, love it. I think it was Morgan.
Yeah, again,
Morgan
I
Bean.
can't wait to see it on a card.
Yeah.
Copenhagen Devil.
EA, what do you think of Casey Jones here?
I love it. I think this is a, it's like a perfect representation of the old style artwork being brought forward. Because obviously we're seeing a mix of mediums here. You have the more digital art, and I kind of understand how some of the original kind of OG fans of Metazoo feel. They kind of feel like it's different, but like I said before, I think it's okay to have a diversity of artwork styles that appeal to more people. And
Right.
I think pieces like this, they're exactly what the OG crowd that's kind of more about the watercolor purism. I think it honors them well. So, I mean, I'm super stoked on the Casey Jones. This has definitely been one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree with all that.
Such a contrast. This is more dark, and the OG is bright and colorful. Yeah.
Martian bees. Not what we're looking for. I don't know. I feel like it's it's okay to see some different stuff.
Yeah.
Like yeah, this is definitely like old zoo though. This Casey Jones for sure.
All right, guys, I'm getting too itchy. I'm gonna open a release event box over here. Wilderness.
Nice.
Go for it. There's no rules, Bob. You go at your own pace.
No rules, man.
Love this card by Chris. Christmas Eve.
All right, looking for Snipe here.
All right, up next we have Mr. Pukwudgie.
Ew.
And this is by Silly Boxman.
Yeah, I agree with what Kelsey just said.
I think opening up the media types makes for super fun art options. Love Maury's clay arts and yeah, agreed. I just feel like this is also just the start. I don't think they wanted to go too
Right.
like the clay or like the the crochet stuff. And right now it's just, let's see what we can do.
This literally looks like a still from like the animated series in my mind.
Yeah.
Like this is very cool.
I enjoy like the different types of spears. Like again, like we got a story. Yep. Who's he hunting?
Yep.
Like what are his skills? Love it. This is my biggest hit so far of everything, but still, no complaints.
Hey, Cumberland Dragon, nice.
What set are you ripping now, Crew?
I'm still on my first box of Seance.
Oh, wow. You are so patient.
Yep. I'll learn my lesson. What's Dingbell gonna steal? Another black mass. That's 4 tonight.
Have you guys seen Green Man hit on screen? Didn't Craze Bottom hit Green Man?
I saw Argos hit one on a YouTube live.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Did Craze hit a Green Man? I know he hit a blue ink.
I was there when I'm pretty sure I was there for him hitting the blue ink.
What's Dingbell gonna steal? 7-Up says our hearts.
Good answer.
Yep.
Craze is one of those whatnot streamers that he'll have a show upcoming and then just never streams. So Craze, if you're in here, freaking stream.
You know what?
Same.
He's streaming right now.
No way.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
I saw the notification come up.
I got the
That's
notification
hilarious,
too.
though. Oh,
So you-
Snapchat. Sorry,
yeah,
I'm
but-
acting like I'm on whatnot for myself. Bob.
No way.
Well, I knew I wanted it to come, and I'm glad it went to you. I have a spell book
Wow.
but still, that's awesome, man.
Congrats,
That's-
Crew.
That's crazy. Thanks, guys.
That was
Thanks, chat.
because that was that the one with Chains of Old Scratch too. That
Yeah,
box?
I'm still on that
Woo.
first box. Wow, my favorite. This is my favorite Metazoo card ever printed. It's
Oh, yeah?
gorgeous. Yeah.
Possessdara.
Yep.
Yeah, it is
That's
a
great.
pretty card. I was stoked. So when I pulled my first Possessed Aura, I did submit it to PSA and it got a 10. So
Amazing.
that's
Did you?
yeah,
Nice.
that's just like a perfect PC piece forever.
That's beautiful, man.
Very cool.
All right, that's the top hit of the night so far.
I've always had insane luck with Seance, though, to be honest. I've been blessed by, I don't know what that says, actually.
So do we think Chibis are going to make their way back?
That's a good question. Ooh, I love the drop bear.
Yeah, I love the drop.
See,
I hope
switch the
Chibis don't
art.
come back. I think we'll see like different iterations and maybe like ages of cryptids because they've already teased that we have a story now with these cryptids, but I don't think we're gonna see like Chibi Mothman, which was the worst
Right.
Mothman. You know, and I don't think it was Chibi Walking Sam. Wasn't it like Crawling Sam or something? silly?
Crawling
So,
Sam, yeah.
Yeah.
That was in the 30th set, I believe.
Yeah. But this drop bear's, you know, I sound like a broken record. I love it. Like again,
Yep.
we got like some action coming down. I like I like just the perspective of it all, and he's dropping down. We don't just have a static picture. Like no disrespect to the previous art, but this guy's coming at you.
Yeah,
Yep.
this drop bear is perfect, and this is a Jet Yates piece.
Jet,
So-
yep. Yeah, I agree. This is like peak OG Zoo glow up right here.
No.
Very cool.
Termentic's
And now we
favorite.
have the fire chicken. This is Termentic's favorite.
So it's Jebediah is the name of the artist. Jebediah Couture.
Yeah, I really
Guy.
like this one.
Yeah, he made something so simple and very, very busy and complex. That's what I like about it.
Yeah.
Is again, it tells the story of you gotta feed this dude and he'll provide you fortune. If not, look out. And we got it all right there in one picture. Deep fry.
Oh no, it deep fry the chicken. Kelsey and Emily love them.
I'm obsessed with the silly chicken. Yeah.
He's got a massive, funny little yeah. Mix it up. I'm gonna use some tops.
You're opening tops? Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Original
Series
tops.
0, huh?
Wait for you guys to catch up. I'm doing a mad dash here. I got this from DPD this week.
Ah, cool.
Just shout out to DPD.
Very nice. The Black Friday promos, that was a super cool set.
Yeah.
Sad I didn't get more of those.
I think he had a Jersey Devil that I was bidding on, but it got up to like 247. And
Holy
like
cow.
Wow.
props whoever got it. But I was like, that's where I gotta stop. But that shows that people are bidding on Zoo.
Oh yeah, for sure. Another micro machine.
Brooklyn got the Jersey Devil.
Oh, nice, Brooklyn.
Anyone going to Miami?
That's a good question. Anybody in the chat planning on stopping by any of the Collecticons that Metazoo is going to be at?
I'll be there. I mean, you got to see it. Something's going to happen. It's the first one. So I want to see what kind of like energy is there. You know, I want to see what's up with those alpha packs, and we'll see.
Yeah, I'm so curious to see what these alpha packs look like.
Mr. DJ Longhair.
Plex says, I really hope Chicago.
That'd be cool. Hey, thanks for stopping by, DJ. It's good to see you.
Kelsey says, I wish I can go, but moving this week. Oh, moving's rough. It's a lot of different energies. It's exciting, it's exhausting, and you know, but it's always good to.
Great point, Spooky. We don't know what artists are going to be there.
So Cryptid Keeper is going to be in Miami for Saturday. Very cool.
All right.
Kelsey was packing all day. Man, if I never had to move again, I'd be happy.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
And that's the other thing too. Being collectors, we have this borderline problem with being a hoarder. So you never know how much stuff you own until you have to move it.
I know.
Oh, snap.
I have like a giant
ooh, nice hit.
Nice, dude. Like a storage damn, dude, you're really hitting this, Crew. But I have so many trading cards in this big like storage thing in my garage, and I've got like the big hits in my office. But
so let's see. Emily says, I hope I can go to one of the cons someday. That would be awesome. Kelsey says, if they do some in the Midwest, I'd love to go though. Yes, I agree.
I wonder if they're still gonna do it like they used to do it with all the, you know, the signings and the artists, like the big booth of artists. That's such a staple.
Well, was that in the announcement? Didn't it say artist signings and like learn to play?
I guess it did, didn't it? Yeah. I guess it just didn't say who was going to be there yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so what do we think of Daddy Hodag versus Billowak?
Yeah. It's different. So I'll just say that like someone out there is going to really enjoy this. I like the action. I like that they've, you know, we got two beasties battling each other. Also, this is what's the proper label? Is this going to be like an item card or something? This isn't an actual, you know, cryptic card. So that's what I like is we're not just going to have some kind of blow over item cards. Like I'm going to enjoy playing the game with these item cards. That's another thing is like I can't wait to play the game. I'm going to have a new TCG to play. So it's another level of excitement.
Definitely going hard on the gameplay. I think that's definitely something I'm looking forward to, and an aspect of TCGs where it's like, you know, obviously as collectors you appreciate the artwork of the card and the templating of the card, but it's just a whole nother aspect of appreciation for what the cards are when you know how to actually use them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of like looking at a beautiful car versus driving it.
I don't know. I have a Honda, so.
No way.
What, did you get another one?
Damn, dude.
Man, Crew's got all the luck.
I got all the hateful eights. No,
all right, Mr. DJ. Good luck with your show, man. Thanks for stopping by.
Yo, take it easy, Mr. DJ. Last pack magic. Don't really need it, but
yeah.
Crew is blessed.
I'm blessed with the seance.
Yeah, I guess sigils are another one that I could could probably live without unless they
Right.
are very pertinent to gameplay.
Yeah.
I can do it with orbs and sigils if you know it makes sense for gameplay, but obviously for collecting, it's kind of not the most desirable.
There you go. Still full hollow.
Winghawk. That was an 18 full hollow box, actually.
Jeez.
Nice
Very
box.
good. Dang, I need to go smoke a cigarette after that. I don't even smoke. Right. No, that was a fire box. I haven't been that lucky in a long time, to be honest. Pulled all my favorites. Very cool. Just missing the embedding the soul and like the sheep and the cursed. Wondering what MSRP will be. That's a great question.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a hot sands box. Dang. Mothhawk, what's up, dude? Crew has the hot hands. Evidently tonight, it fits my sticker that Spooky made for me. The hot fingertips. There's a lot of inside jokes and stuff in this artwork with my Momo mask, and pretty funny. Oh, now we're on Third Eye Man.
Let me find my Third Eye Man, you know, to compare, but it's better for me.
Right.
Yeah, because it's. What do you think, EA?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a giant change, like a giant glow up. Next time, SoCal, I'll be there. Oh, cool.
Sorry, it looks like I had a microphone issue for a second there.
What do you think of the EA or the Third Eye Man EA?
You can hear me okay, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, it's very different for sure. I mean, you know, I'm not the hugest anime guy, but it's like I said, I can kind of appreciate the different art mediums because I think it's somebody out there is going to really like it. You know, they like anime style, and they're gonna think it's cool that, you know, Metazoo has some cards that are gonna include that art style in it.
No, I totally agree with that.
You know what Metazoo does well is like RetroZoo and news, like the purples. Like I feel like that's always something that's gone really well. The Walking Sams, the Possessed
Totally
Auras,
agree.
like
Yeah.
the purple
Definitely.
always feels good. Because even like Mothman's got the, you know, the purple in there kind of. So
No, I totally agree with that. Ooh, Lava Bear. This one's really cool too.
So the Mothhawk says, that's how I feel too. Some of it isn't my favorite style, but still great art and I can appreciate it. Will be good because everyone will have something they like in the set. Yeah, and I feel like that's a good
Exactly.
perspective to go into it. It's like not everything has to necessarily be for us, right? Like it's like everybody has different perspectives, they appreciate different styles. So I really like that. I like that mentality.
yeah. See here too, people are loving Lava Bear, and I really enjoy it. It's not the one that I love, but that's what I really enjoy. Is if I'm ripping packs and someone's like, "Oh, I got Lava Bear," like that's what I look forward to. Is, you know, just kind of seeing people hit their favorite cryptids and see what's out there.
Nice Dragon of Akanto Falls pool.
Oh, nice. That lava be looking like honey. Yeah, evidently, lava bear just eats handfuls of lava like it's honey.
All right, and I believe we have one more artwork to take a look at. That's going to be the newest one that we got from Kelsey. And this has got to be one of my favorites.
Yeah.
I love this one. And so Raiju, that's this is new for us, right? Like did we ever see Raiju in prior Metazoo sets?
Was it on a postcard at one point?
Yeah, I feel like it was teased, but it was never officially released.
So we never actually had a card of Raiju, though.
Right, and I love this. And like personally too, it like reminds me of my dog, and it's got the electric, so I'm like, I'm all in. This Casey Jones, I just want to see in a PSA 10, but I want to hit this Raiju over and over and over.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Kelsey says, "Just want you to know that art killed me."
The number of layers it takes to do those colors was crazy. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh man.
Yeah. Very cool insight there.
Yeah. So that's a pull. Like that's the first hit I want to get, and then the Casey Jones is the first PSA 10 I want to get.
7 Collects asks, how many layers?
Layers upon layers. I'm digging that the laser beam Mothman that was on that booster box spoiler. You can't even really see the whole thing, but you can tell what it is on the pack art. That's definitely going to be a chase of mine.
Lily says 1,647 layers.
I was there.
I never noticed this. I want to bring out like it says Pizza Aoki. I don't know if you can see it. I never noticed the pizza box for Sewer Alligator. It Pizza Aoki.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a place. That's a real place.
Is it really?
Yeah, I think in Vegas.
Oh, of course.
I do believe.
I love these guys. I hope they make a return. Space Penguins.
Yeah. Drove all 15 hours to me just for that. Right? Funkle Slumpkin, that Mothman pack art is fire. Lava Bear, there's a Lava Bear tops. I'm a little behind, I think, on my stream.
Laser eyes are coming back. Yep. Man, just man. I like this guy a lot. Who did this one? Isaac.
I got a rip OG base set. Second edition, but my favorite Metazoo set. Ooh, there's the box.
Yeah, nice little Babe. I think is my favorite hit so far of the night.
Oh, Babe is cool. Yeah, that's a nice one.
Yeah, just like the colors.
Yeah.
So, what do you think this box art? You know, I've seen a couple people mention it, but is it kind of trying to recapture that CN1 aesthetic? Do we think?
That was a thought I had.
Here's my opinion, even though no one really asked. Like, it's box art. I really, really appreciate it. Like, again, we're seeing cryptids we haven't seen. We got the new take on Bigfoot. I think we talked about it a little bit. Additionally, like, I'm here for the packs and the art. Like,
right.
I'm not a guy that has sealed product. If you have, awesome. But as you can see, I'm impatient. I like to rip stuff. So, to me, I'll be like, oh, cool, that box art looks great. And then I want to see what's inside. So
Right.
I'm glad we get to see it. I think it's kind of cool that I was like a little bit of a spoiler from Italy. So it's got that fun little story to it, but let's see what's in there.
Just trying to figure out what the second pack art is. It says spooky. Yeah, it's a little blurry.
I feel like that's Wukong because of the staff,
Yeah,
right?
because the
That makes
staff.
sense.
Yeah, looks like the
I
same
think we
staff.
got a nice Mothman on the left and the Wukong on the right.
And that's another Bigfoot on the lower right, isn't it?
Yeah.
That one is silly, but I think it's kind of funny, to be honest. It looks goofy. I'd have to see it, the actual card, but he's a funny.
Yeah, I think they're playing with Bigfoot. Like we've had the
Yeah.
pretty ferocious one in Metazoo, but I think with this one, my guess is like it's trying to hide behind. It's just really bad at hiding. So I think they're just trying to like have fun with Bigfoot and see what kind of mileage they get out of it. But
Right.
again, I want to see the person that really enjoys that Bigfoot. Like that person's out there. So
Yep.
Yeah, see, so Tony's saying Lava Bear is his favorite so far. And I'd be curious, did you have like a long history with Metazoo? Were you an original fan?
Yeah, that's going to be interesting also to see like what new people come in and what their favorites are and what style of arts they gravitate to.
yeah.
That'll be interesting.
Kelsey says every Pokemon is someone's favorite. I think Zoo can do that too. I agree.
I agree.
Got my Oddish here. The Oddish people are out there.
With Crew's luck tonight, he's pulling that ink. I'm ready. I'm ready. Says Spooky. We're not gonna slow roll this CN2.
Kelsey, that being said, who's your favorite Pokemon? Where else? Oh, interesting. Toxtricity. I can get with that, yeah.
Meryl, Skitty, and Toxtricity. I think the only one I know from that is Meryl. Brooklyn says, I want to sum a box so bad right now, but I'm holding back. Maybe he said wants to rip a box, maybe is what he meant.
Yeah, the Doma box. Yeah.
Doma box.
That makes sense.
Funeral Critter.
I feel like I'm getting deja vu here with this pack.
Right.
Like a Molly. All right.
So Kelsey says, I'm a big fan of poison type aesthetics, but little round guys are also just perfection. Makes sense. Metazoo Menace in chat. This Bigfoot is like if you have a relative or parent that always had facial hair and then you see them clean shaven. It's a shock at first and looks wrong, but eventually the hair grows back. It's kind of like those baby videos when the dad comes out with no beard and they freak out.
Yeah. That's kind of exactly how the community responded to that. They freaked out with the shaved Bigfoot. You're right.
He's just a dapper Bigfoot.
Yeah.
That's what's going on.
I kind of feel like that's a good way to put it. Like any changes that could possibly happen with New Zoo, it might be a little shocking at first, like a drastically different haircut or something, but it you get used to it after a little bit. So you just have an open mind and see what we're in for,
Well, and who knows? Maybe there's different types of Bigfoots.
Right.
Maybe there's a tribe of Bigfoot that kind of looks more like humans, and then there's another one that's going to be furrier later on.
Yeah, because let's see angry Bigfoot.
Right.
What happens when he gets angry?
I do got to say though, the Bigfoot that's on the box art, he looks like he could work an office job.
Yeah.
I think you could put him in a suit and he can be fine at a computer desk.
His office friends are like, don't I know you from somewhere? No, I've seen you. thought this map was so cool when I first got it. I was like studying it and everything.
Oh, the play map.
Yeah, that map.
But, like,
yeah,
the
no.
map.
Oh,
on
you're talking
back.
about the
Yeah,
cryptonation.
the actual, like,
yeah. Yeah, those kinds of things are they added a lot of flavor to the product.
Metazoo USA.
You think second pack art is aggro pelter? Interesting.
Damn, my sleeves came all ripped. Someone's messing with my sleeves, man.
The map was smart to add in.
I agree. And I guess that's gonna be another interesting thing to find out is, you know, what are the SKU types of new Metazoo going to be? You know, are we going to see kind of some of these unique ETB style products like the spell books or something different?
Yeah, that's a good question. The old zoo had a lot of SKUs.
Yeah.
And they were all cool in their own little way, but it was a lot.
You know, for any TCG, I've always liked the 3-pack blisters. You know, it's like, all right, like I'm enjoying it.
You're talking about kind of like the big box blister product.
Yeah, but then, I mean, with Metazoo, it was a bummer to be like, all right, well, I know this one's the hit, the other two are cold. You know,
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
yeah. You can never have any products. In my opinion, there should never be a product where you know that you eventually have cold packs. Like it has to be. Every pack you got to have a shot.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
100% agree with that.
That's the fun of it, you know. Got my second Ed Mothy here. What are these guys going for these days?
It's still maybe a $10 card.
All right.
5 to 10, maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, 5 to 10, depending on if you grade it. More.
If you grade it, 11.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you might lose a couple bucks on grading fees.
Have any of you guys done or anyone in chat, I guess too, the GameStop grading?
No.
Nope.
I don't trust that.
How so?
You know, it's I just don't think anybody's going to take care of my cards like I am.
Yeah.
Oh, dag. You know, it could, I don't know. I've just never talked to anybody that has the experience, but for me, it's like, I know, you know, what I'm submitting, and I know that I want to make sure that it gets to the post office fine, and I package it the way I like to package it. So
right.
Maybe a cool service for people that don't want to sign up for the PSA memberships, because obviously they're not cheap now. I mean, I think I pay $150 a year for just the membership fee, and then, you know, from there I can grade. But yeah, like I said, for me, it's just I like watching the you know, post person actually. I like handing them my box of cards.
Yeah.
What about you guys? You think that's something you would consider doing?
I have some cards in my PC from like my childhood that I know are not going to be PSA 10. So I kind of just want to do the process, see what happens, and be like, okay, you know, I've got like a Charizard. It's like, that's my childhood Charizard. If it gets a 6 or 7, cool. But I just want to see, like, before I can fully trust it and send, like, you know, my bigger cards there. So
that makes sense.
But also, you know, I also like the chase of hitting it, and then also seeing a good deal on eBay or whatnot, or picking it up off another community member. So, you know, it's also like the knowing. It's like, I know this is a PSA 10. I'm gonna buy that from that person, and you know. Yeah, I've gotten so many things from DPD, so shout out to DPD if you're out there. But you know, and then Craze, you know, it's what I enjoy. Speaking of Craze, he's a big Chaos Crystal guy, right?
We got the original Pie Bird from Basic. Kind of hard to see with the hollow. obscuring the artwork a little bit, as reverse hollows do, but that's it. Another thing I'm wondering, like, what are the hollows and reverse hollows gonna look like?
Yeah, or are there going to be reverse hollows?
Are there going to be reverse hollows? Or are they going to do something different?
Yeah,
I mean, maybe some other part of the card is hollow in a unique way or something, and it doesn't cover the art. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of potential there, right? Because it's like we're not just limited to what we saw in prior Metazoo. It's, could have full art, full hollows. I mean, remains to be seen whether or not they're going to be doing those crazy variations that we see in some of the other trading card games.
I'm hoping for some alts, like alt chase, because it's like, oh, cool, I hit Cumberland Dragon. It'd be awesome if I knew there was an alt chase out there and go chase it. So I don't know. I have a good feeling that like there's gonna be alts, right? Like,
right.
I'm surprised Zoo never really did that.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal was. I don't know if Mike didn't like alts or what the story was there.
Yeah, and I think that's always it's always a solid way to please both the collector base and the player base. So it's like you have the standard card for gameplay, doesn't make it too expensive or too difficult for people to get the cards they need to build decks, and then alt cards for everybody that loves chasing the rare stuff, grading things.
No pube squonk, right? It's right up here, right? If you do have it.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if reverse hollow can reverse hollow have the error.
I don't think reverse. I think just bulk,
just standard
squonk, non-hollow squonk.
Yeah, and it's yeah.
I'm
I've
due
never
for
pulled
something.
one. I need one so bad.
If you submitted that to PSA, could you classify it as error?
I was just gonna say I'm not gonna share who it was because I don't. Maybe they want to share it or make content on it, but there is a PSA pube squonk, but it's not labeled that way. PSA 10.
Really?
But it's not. It's not labeled that way. But there is one that's a 10.
Does it literally just say squonk?
It's just right. Yeah, it just has the regular label.
Okay,
okay.
so but they didn't take the print line error as like a they didn't downgrade the grade on it for that.
Right. Nope.
Okay, that's cool.
For the little squiggly. Nope. So it can be done. I don't know what you got to do to get a special label though, because that would be super funny.
It's like I said, if we were ever going to try to get a special label, I feel like we could bully DGS or something like that into DSC into making us a pube squonk label.
Oh, Death Beam, nice. Do you think we're gonna have mini chase sets within the set, like kind of like the Obnoxious 9, the Wild 7? Those cards that are just full hollow only.
That's a good question.
Be interesting. Who knows?
My seeing 2 boxes. Oh, there's the coin. Okay, I had like that. Oh, I don't know. 2 coins.
Oh.
Spellbooks don't normally come with 2 coins, right? Am I going crazy?
Nope.
Huh.
You got 2 coins?
Maybe that's my good luck for the night. Yeah.
You got a lucky spellbook.
2 coins.
Bigfoot sells Geico car insurance, says Jay Worry.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I need is more coins.
Yeah, I'll send these your way.
Yeah, thank you. I don't have enough.
Did we ever? Yeah, we never really figured out anything to do with our coins, did we?
I did. I put them in a giant spinning tube.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
All right, Kelsey says.
Cool. Oh, go ahead.
She says she's gonna hop off for the night. Great stream, y'all. So nice feeling, folks. Excited for Zoo still. I agree.
Yes.
Thanks for stopping by, Kelsey.
Yes, thanks for stopping by.
We appreciate you greatly.
Good luck with the packing.
Yes. Good luck with that move.
TMX, what's up, dude?
Yo, TMX.
Hey, TMX.
Space Penguins. I always thought it would be cool if old Zoo would have done a thing where, like, you send in 25 coins from a certain set and you get a few free packs from that set. Something
I like that idea.
There's a TCG out there called Booster Brats. They have something similar. If you hit I'll make it this wrong, but if you hit a card that says like bulk redemption, And then you
Ah,
collect 100 cards, and if you send that card in with your 100 cards of any bulk, they'll send you some kind of alt or maybe just like additional packs. But I know like
That's
that's
cool.
kind of like their thing. Well, that's pretty interesting.
Booster Brett's, that's the one that kind of has like almost like a Cuphead type style artwork.
Yeah, I think I have some here. I don't know, mess up my desk. But
Wendigo. I'm hoping we see Wendigo again.
oh yeah.
Retribution Wendigo, super cool.
I don't have any. Do you guys have any Nightfall on deck?
I do.
I do.
TMX
Alright,
asks if we've hated on Medium Foot yet. Yes, we've addressed
Little bit.
we've addressed Bigfoot already.
Medium
Freshly
foot.
shaven.
It's funny.
Medium foot.
I think that's what
TMX.
happens when you cross a human with a Bigfoot, and that's what we got on that box art.
Yeah, someone found a Bigfoot and fell in love. Alright,
TMX
yeah,
says he
Rose.
loves new Piazza bird or Paisa bird.
Me too, man.
Yep.
And they didn't release who did it, did they? Because I guess it was technically a leak.
Yeah, it was
We
on the
don't-
box, right?
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah,
if we
we
know
don't-
anyone of the artists for the box art.
Yeah. I know.
Do we think that's the only box art? I was, like Native, the last set, they had 4 box arts.
Yeah, that's an interesting
And-
question.
Are there any other TCGs that do multiple box arts like that? I am not an expert in other TCGs. Pretty much just Zoo.
Not
For
not
me.
that I know of. Not off the top of my head that I can think of.
Because that was kind of like the last 2 Metazoo releases had multiple box arts. Like the Kuromi had, I think, 4 different box arts. And
Right.
Native had 4.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen obviously. Typically, when you see a different box art, it means that there's some kind of variation in what's included. But I'm not sure if it's. I've seen a lot of TCGs do that where it's same exact contents but different box art.
Right.
So TMX thinks that was just the Italian box, given the hairy dude in the center. Ha.
So I saw TMX. I saw your video this afternoon, and you brought that up. I believe that was you. Did you bring that up in your video, or was that Mothhawk? Somebody did. But yeah, that was a thought.
Looks like we may have briefly lost Bob. I'm sure he'll pop back in.
Might have been
What is it?
Mothhawk that put out a video, and he was talking about perhaps they were regional box arts or something like that.
That's an interesting concept.
Super interesting. Like,
Yeah.
right, okay. Because that's an idea all in itself. Like, different. If this is going to be a worldwide release, like having different regions feature different cryptids that speak to that region more. Like, like the Australian box has the drop bear, like ready to pounce on your face.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that
It
makes
would be
sense.
interesting.
So Metazoo Menace asks, fun question. What are SB the new set called? What would you name it? So what would you name the new set from what you've seen so far?
I don't think we've seen enough. I haven't seen enough to come up with a name. Like, I would assume the first set would be like the name of the block, right? Like Cryptid Nation, for example.
Yeah, that's a question, right? Like, are we gonna have
Yeah.
blocks again?
Right. CN3. Oh no.
No, Funkel, we can't do that.
Yeah, that's a good question. What do we think, chat? What's the first set going to be called?
Yeah, if you guys were
Besides the
to
base set.
name that first set. Brooklyn says CN3 too. Oh man, come on guys. We can't do CN3.
There's Bob.
Hey, I'm back. Can you guys hear me?
You're
We
back.
can.
That was weird. There's like a ice snowstorm coming my way, so I think I got kicked out.
Oh, wow.
Oh no.
We were just talking about what is the new set going to be called.
Mm-hmm.
Menace asked, based on what you've seen so far, what do we think the new sets? What would you name the new sets? And we were wondering, like, we were talking about, like, will there be blocks? You know, like this is Cryptid Nation base set. Cryptid Nation was the name of the block.
TMX.
All right, so we
Base
got-
set for reals this time.
Yeah. Got 7
Base
Collect
set.
saying CN 1.5.
Oh my
Base
gosh.
set for reals this time from TMX. Jay Worry says Nation of Cryptids. And Hello Brooklyn says base set.
So I don't think it'll be anything Nation because it's going to be worldwide now. So maybe it could be called Cryptid World.
Oh, that'd be an interesting name.
I'm getting nothing tonight.
It happens.
That is funny, TMX. Base set for reals. This time we mean it. Brooklyn. Yes, base set.
Heading out for
Emily
the night.
Nancy says, I'm heading out for the night, but so happy I could stop by and watch and hang out for a while. Have a good night, everyone. Yeah, thank you for stopping by, Emily.
Yeah, thanks for coming
Thanks,
in,
Emily. Have a good night.
Of course. Yeah, we appreciate Emily very much as well.
Yep. Well, that box of CN2 didn't have much, but my seance box made up for it tonight, I'd say. We still have the topper. I wonder how big the set is going to be, and I wonder how many hollows, how many chase cards they're going to be, because that was something that always bothered me about old Zoo. Is just not enough chase in a box.
Right?
Yeah.
Native did a better job, but and honestly, Cryptid Nation had a lot of chase in it because you had a lot of good hits. Like you had the Obnoxious 9, you had Mothman, and then you had like 5 or 6 additional hits that you had like Chaos Crystal and Flatwoods Monster, Loveland Frogman, Piesaw Bird, Hodag, Babe the Blue Ox, plus the Obnoxious 9, plus Mothman. I mean, that's a solid number of chase cards for a set. Compared to something like UFO, where it's, what was it? 7 chase cards?
Right.
6 plus. Is it just 6 or was it 7? I'm thinking Wild 7. UFO was Supernova 6, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to guess with what we're seeing with the art direction, and the fact that we're kind of, I don't know, in a way, I kind of feel like Metazoo's growing up as far as how its reach is gonna, how far the reach is gonna go. This international release immediately. So if I had to guess, I think we're gonna see bigger sets. I don't think we're gonna, I feel like you could probably open a few boxes and still keep hitting new things. And that was kind of one of the hard parts of old Metazoo. It was like after you kind of open 2 or 3 boxes, you almost have the entire set completed, like right off the bat.
Yes, it's true.
So it kind of just maybe got a little more stale quicker, I would say.
Yeah, and I know it's been quite some time since we've had anything new, but most of the people here in this chat, and I feel like, we've all got the stuff we want. Now for me, it's just about fun. I mean, I don't have that possessed aura, but it'd be good to keep chasing and then leading us into the next set, because Charlie confirmed there's, they're working on the second set.
Uh-oh. Looks like Crew's about to reveal
I'm
a
about
box
to
topper.
reveal the box topper.
All right, give me 1 sec. You're highlighted, Crew. Let's see it.
Who wants to guess the topper? Let's hear some guesses, chat. Blue ink is my guess.
Yeah, we gotta. You've been hot all night.
We'll say blue ink. I'm gonna also my second option will be a dark.
I'm just going blue. I'm only putting blue thoughts out there.
Ground. It does have some blue in it.
I know.
It does have some blue in it.
Nice
And
Wendigo
a dead
skull.
Wendigo. Yep. I can't be disappointed on the night though, honestly.
Yeah.
Like no matter what I rip going forward, we are good. CN
Yeah,
had like 9 chases. Yeah, exactly. CN was rich in chases.
Yeah, that is a nice looking background, crew.
Yeah, I'm happy with it. Very solid. Ink or frost? You want nothing but respect. The return of Pube Squonk. That would be good, Jay Worry.
Yeah, can we make Pube Squonk a secret rare hit?
Yeah.
Can I submit that request to Metazoo?
Might get rewritten as like Squirrely Squonk or something. Or
Squirrely
Squiggly
Squonk,
Squonk.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nope,
That's
Pube Squonk
funny.
or nothing.
Yeah.
I'll riot. I'll stand outside of the headquarters with a sign.
Yeah. There's a green man outside. I don't know what he wants. He keeps shouting pube.
I'm gonna cause an intergalactic crisis over it.
Yeah. That's how Earth gets blown up over pube squonk disagreements.
You know, something about the artwork, the art spoilers that that I didn't see too many people bring up, but like I definitely think the last handful, some of them, like this drop bear in the background. I mean, that has a dark flavor to it with the hole in his head, and you know, I know a lot of people thought that we'd never see anything dark again, or like nothing too scary, but like I think that drop bear is a cool example of like something can have a dark vibe, and it doesn't have to be you know, Black Mass, basically.
Yeah.
True.
You know, it doesn't have to be full of blood and gore. And honestly, most of the like I'm trying to think, Nightfall didn't have a lot of bloody cards, correct? Like maybe a couple, but Nightfall's a dark set with no gore, right?
Right.
Maybe a few cards like the Bloody Bones and
Well, didn't
No,
have Green Eyes as well? Was Green Eyes in?
Green Eyes was in Cryptid Nation, I believe.
Okay.
Green Eyes, yeah. Yeah, you can definitely do creepy without gore.
Right.
100%. You know, I mean, even Chupacabra. That's a creepy feller.
Mhm.
TMX says we don't need literal Satan in the dang set.
That's
I
true.
agree.
Yeah.
I'll say this too. Like, I think the Satan cards were cool, but you don't at sleepovers. You don't tell ghost stories about Satan. You talk about the Bloody Marys. You talk about Wendigos. Like that. That to me is the creepy stuff. And what
Right.
else is out there?
All right, let's see. Let's catch up on some chat. So Brooklyn says, bring down your photos by using psychic method. Do the government just admitted to bringing down UFOs? Yeah, they can't bring my UFO down. Frostbite Labs, I wonder if aliens will be in the new Metazoo set. I would love to see aliens in the new Metazoo set.
Yeah.
Metazoo Menace, is it reasonable for Metazoo to ask companies that collaborated with old Metazoo to destroy any product with Metazoo logo or copyrights on it, like M2P2 or Revive or anyone? I don't know. That sounds like kind of a higher end meta for the owners of the company.
Yeah.
Hello, Brooklyn. We need more alien cryptids. I agree. We can't have Metazoo without aliens. All right, you guys heard it. Metazoo, if you're listening.
And whatever the next Metazoo space set is, I want more aliens, less space rocks.
Yeah.
I agree.
You can't have Metazoo without aliens.
Nope.
Maybe that's going to be a whole block, though. That's what I'm
cool.
excited about base too. Is like, what's getting set up?
Right.
TMX is
says no
reiterating
more
the
orbs.
Yep.
TMX needs a full recap of the last 4 hours.
Hmm.
We've only been going for 2, luckily. Not even, I don't think, but
Yeah, we're about 15 minutes out from
TMX, we did go through every single spoiled artwork and just gave our thoughts and got chat's thoughts. What are your thoughts? What are your favorites? Yeah, I'm with you, TMX. No more orbs, no more sigils.
Yeah, there's Green Eyes.
Yep, from Cryptid
Holding
Nation.
a severed head.
TMX likes the Drop Bear and the Metal Man.
Yeah. TMX, I love the content, man. You always got some good chill vibes.
Yep,
Yeah,
I
TMX
agree.
definitely does bring a very chill feeling to the community. I feel like he's a nice voice of reason.
Totally agree with that.
I think the dichotomy is interesting because we got these kind of like,
Power
in your
up,
face
Red.
cards, gory and stuff. But then like most of the community that I've chatted with are pretty chill people. We're passionate for sure, but most of the people I chat with are pretty low key and chill.
Definitely.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I think we all just express our excitement for what's to come in different ways,
Nothing. All right. What a mess. That battle card is the best so far. The only one that I didn't love, but just liked, was the Hornets. Yeah.
So Brooklyn says, "Oh my God, it's an ice storm outside."
Yeah.
Yeah, Brooklyn's living out there in Gotham, dude. I don't know if you guys ever jump into his Instagram lives, but it's crazy stuff going on in that city.
He was on the
TMX says,
subway once.
"I'm going to rip a box, CN2 or UFO." Say maybe UFO. Go for the MIB chase. All right, I think it's time for a CN2 box topper.
All right. Besides blue ink, I think I'm gonna call City on this one.
All right.
But I'm feeling blue ink.
Always blue.
Yep. Ooh,
Got a
that was
stars.
nice.
Oh, yeah.
Stars is cool.
I think this is one thing I'd like to do is collect all of the CN2 box toppers and have Metazoo artists doodle pictures across them.
Oh yeah, that would be sick.
10 different pictures together in a frame. I think that'd be incredible.
All right. Let's get some snipe.
Let's get some hits, Bob.
Yeah, I gotta catch up.
I think it's time to dabble in some native.
Yeah, native artwork is amazing. There's so much good art in here. I really thought native was going to be the big comeback set.
I did too. Could have been. Maybe if it was more available. Yeah.
Right.
I was gonna say, in a way, it was, and then we just took a hard right turn.
Yep. Totally agree with that.
But again, like we're here. We're talking about new zoo. We gotta just roll with it, see what happens.
It's crazy. It's honestly crazy when you think about where we were as a community like a year ago.
Oh yeah.
So it's
People were
insane
like,
that
yeah.
we're like weeks away from ripping new packs of Metazoo.
Yeah. And I gotta give them credit too, because I feel like it feels like they did it pretty quickly. Like because the
Oh
letter
yeah.
went out January 28th, and was it February 8th or 9th today? And we're getting new stuff, so a lot has happened. I'm excited.
Yeah, I think that's the hard part too. Is a lot of people don't understand the background logistics that have to go into place when it comes to creating these card games. So, that's how I feel about it. I feel like the timeline is actually pretty quick. So I have a hard time when I see people being like super impatient. Because to me, this is from it hasn't even been that long since the closure letter, realistically. With this process starting, but from the time that we saw the announcement that Metazoo had actually taken over, I think the ball's getting rolling pretty quickly.
Oh yeah. No, I totally agree. Honestly, it's gone faster than what I had thought.
Yeah. It's gonna be surreal, being in Miami. It's call it what it is. It's Fort Lauderdale is where it's at,
Right.
and just seeing, hopefully like a nice long line and meeting some people, and it'd be great.
Yep.
Miami
Yeah, I
too.
can't wait to see if I can't make it there. Hopefully, we've got some people just walking around and streaming the lines, and I can't wait to see what the response is. Because I think it's going to be hype. I mean, seeing the Metazoo sign or whatever the
100%.
booth looks like, I think it's gonna be crazy.
There we go. I'll take it.
I
Oh damn!
dig
I'm getting
New
that.
Dragon. Yep.
I'm getting that storm that Brooklyn's talking about. We're both East Coasters. It's like
Right.
it's hitting hard outside. Stay safe, Brooklyn. TMX, I think. I don't want to dox anyone. I think you're on the East Coast too. I think you mentioned in some videos. I wonder if he's getting this crazy storm.
Get some hot chocolate, fellas. Snuggle up.
Yeah, I think the fusion auras were gorgeous. From Native.
Fusion auras.
Some of my favorite cards.
That was so hype when that first came out.
Yep.
I love this card.
How Chibi Wendigo.
Nice. It'll be interesting to see what kind of pace they release sets on too. Like, have they said? Did Charlie say in one of the interviews like 3 or 4 a year or something like that? I don't remember.
Yeah, he didn't give like actual releases, but I think that's the plan.
Right.
Like, my thoughts are like we're dealing with some big players, like GQL, like they've done it. They know what to do. So I would think they know how to pace out sets, and
Right.
we got some. I think Lily's the only one left in the chat, but it's like we got artists. They're back. It feels like they're happy. So I'd like to believe that they know how to pace sets out and get some good art direction. So I think we're in good hands.
Yeah, definitely.
can't wait for the day that my LGS takes Metazoo bulk and I can trade it in. Like that's like all I'm shooting for is just I have so much bulk, and I'll be like, well, you said you'd take it.
Dude, honestly, yeah, okay. I see that happening potentially with new Zoo, but old Zoo, I've been wondering myself. I'm like, should I just? Is it time just to throw away this? These 1,000 count boxes of auras and stuff.
Yeah.
I've been asked in some of some of my whatnot streams like last week for extra bulk. So, and it's new people.
Really?
Yeah.
Just say like throw it in until you hit the weight or something.
Whatever extra bulk. So what I do is, with whatnot, once you hit, I think it's like over a pound, you go into like flat rate box land, so you don't pay anything more. And I can fit like a couple, 2 or 3 booster boxes worth of bulk in a large flat rate box.
Oh, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah, so it's like it's nice to hook people up with. And my bulk is usually from my rips, like from people that say no bulk. And so it's when you get a booster box, it's like all mixed up. So you could be getting CN1 bulk, Nightfall bulk. And it honestly has been stressing me out thinking about organizing it someday. So I'm like happy to just shoot it someone's way.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. I've literally thought about just putting like a 1 penny listing on eBay, and you pay the flat rate shipping. I'll send you as much as you want, sort of thing. That if somebody could get some kind of use out of it, then it's like happy to have it avoid the landfill.
Right.
That's a good call, yeah.
TMX says I've thrown away over 100 pounds of bulk. Yeah, I mean, if you're a true zoo ripper, I don't doubt it. I would not doubt if I had 100 pounds of bulk, honestly. And Jay Worry says I have so much bulk I don't want to toss it. It's hard, dude. Like I've thrown away some auras from like if I just ripped a couple packs, and I still felt weird. Like I was like, why do I feel so like weird about throwing away a freaking aura?
I saved. You're gonna think this is nuts, but I saved empty booster boxes. I would slice the void, the security sticker on the bottom, and I would fold them. Of every box I ever ripped on every stream, I would save the boxes. I didn't actually recycle them or get rid of them until after the closure. I finally got rid of them, but just because I thought it would be cool, like had Zoo continued on, like I thought it would be cool to like, I could sell a wall of boxes to someone for like $5 and it'd be a cool display, or just or throw it in people's orders. Like, wouldn't that be cool to get like? You find Zoo 4 or 5 years in, and you get like a box of every set up to that point, and have a wall like this, on your desk or whatever. I don't know. I felt like somebody would appreciate that, so I just saved them all. But
yep, I did the same thing.
But then I pitched them.
You're not alone.
Yeah,
I've thrown away boxes since, empty boxes, but because at a certain point, it really does get hard. It's like, where is the line between hoarder and collector?
Right. Yeah, give it away. Give it away is the move for sure.
What I've been doing is I've been like seeding in some Metazoo into like some of my eBay listings, and people seem to appreciate it. And I'm not one of those people that's like, I just want to get rid of it. I just kind of want to spread the love for Zoo, and I'll put in some like hits too, like full hollows and stuff. Like.
Right.
Yeah, so, definitely.
That's always good. I got someone recently who's like, I didn't recognize him in the community, and they sent me a full hollow Wendigo WPT. Nothing crazy, but like just kind of the thought of like, oh, sweet dude, thanks.
Yeah, full hollows. That's always something I'll keep around. I've got my all my full hollows and reverse hollows sleeved up, and those are in a separate box.
Yeah, you just never know. Plus, it's just cool. There we go. I'm a Jackalope fan.
Hey, Jackalope. I guess we'll go to outer space.
I'm going UFO as well.
Orbs and rocks will never go. Yeah, I agree.
Yep. Yeah, that was such an odd choice that they put the orbs in the hollow spot and the sigils. Very, very odd choice, I think.
Yeah. Maybe they were like going for the gameplay aspect of it all.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
For
it's just
sure.
kind of interesting because, like, on a card, even if it's like a very playable card, it's an interesting choice to make one of the hollows.
Yeah. I don't know about you guys. When the letter went out, I like frantically tried to find the the TCG that would hit for me. Like, all right, where am I going? So
Yep.
I went deep into Yu-Gi-Oh, and I found out like it's kind of that like a lot of the playable cards, they're not like the Blue Eyes White Dragon, like the big hits, but also like I put some cards up for sale and they immediately went up and people were like, oh, thanks, I needed this for my play set. I'm like, all right, so maybe that was like what UFO was trying to do, like kind of get players involved. I don't know.
Right.
I'd like to think there was some thought behind it. I don't know.
So TMX is saying they aren't playable either.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Well, that's definitely, there's no point to that then.
Yeah, maybe the orbs maybe they really do just suck. Jay Worry says, every card that's not dinged, I keep to preserve for people that may want to complete a set later on. Yeah, definitely. I still have a few things to fill out in my master sets. I got to relook through them, especially since I've been ripping so much with the live streams and stuff. I got to see if I can fill some slots. How about you guys? I mean, do you guys have completed master sets for every set?
I do pretty much, except for Kickstarter.
Yeah, yeah, that's a hard one.
I guess native I don't either.
I don't know. Like, I have a binder of all my favorites. I don't know. Like,
you didn't do the master set.
I don't want to say no, because I don't want to say like, oh, I'm a unique collector, but like, if you gave me like 20 jackalopes, I'd be like stoked on it.
You'd be
So it's
pumped,
like, yeah, I collect what I like and kind of see what's out there. That being said, I have boxes and boxes and boxes of like reverse hollows, full hollows. So it's crossed my mind like maybe I should just put them in the set and see what I can do. But additionally, I'd rather go rip and try to get a jackalope. I don't know what my brain does sometimes.
Yeah, I'm kind of OCD about the master set situation. Like I was doing like the master sets, and then I was trying to also include like the release event decks, the unique cards of the release event decks and the theme decks in it too.
Right.
So I was going pretty hard with the master sets, but I haven't updated them in a while, so I definitely need to go through. So I think native is definitely going to have some missing cards. Kuromi, there's like those insane hits that I'm just not sure I'm ever going to get, but I actually do have Kuromi pretty close to done.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I can pull 1,000 Prismors and still, yeah. I mean, same with like MIB, the UFO. Like I could,
Right.
I would just be stoked on it. Just, it's just fun. Like, Zoo does something to you. Like, I frantically searched for so many TCGs, but I came back. Here we are.
I can never get enough of the MIBs or UFOs from this set. So here's another card. Good example of a non-gory card that's super, super creepy. Evil Winds by Poncho.
Like, to me, when you don't... Gore is not a cop-out by any means, but like, to me, when you got like some drool or like ooze and that's creepy. That's terrifying. Goosebumps. I'm a Goosebumps kid. Like all those covers freaked me out as a kid, and there wasn't gore in it.
I think Hatman's kind of one of the most creepy lores out there. You guys ever look into him?
Yeah, that's like the sleep paralysis guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
it's really, really weird too. It's like when you have people that kind of go through like psychosis or even like drug-induced situations, like Hatman's a common entity that seems to be shared by people.
Yeah. There's like a documentary some time ago, and yeah, like you said, like people who don't even know each other saw the same thing. It's
Yep.
super spooky.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like why? You know, maybe our brains have like a reset, and we all have like that certain part in our brains that Batman's revealed. I don't know. Fountain of Youth. You guys have any ghost stories? What have you seen? What have you experienced?
I don't think I wouldn't say that I've seen an entity before, but I've definitely had some weird situations with like doors slamming open, and I was even with a group of friends, and I've had like gates slammed like super hard where, you know, there was nobody around, like no you didn't hear any footsteps running away or anything like that. So definitely some creepy stuff. I am also like a pretty big sufferer of sleep paralysis, and it always seems like whenever I go through a sleep paralysis situation, I always see like I always have some kind of nightmare, you know, with like some creepy ghost lady in the room with me or something. It's like, so, you know, I don't think I'm awake seeing an actual ghost or anything. I think it's kind of like this halfway point of dream world and, you know, the sleep paralysis situation.
That's terrifying, man. I never knew that about like that. That's terrifying because just the feel. From what I understand, like sleep paralysis is just that. Like you're half awake, you can't move, and you feel like something's on your chest. Like,
Yep.
I don't know. Like, have you always had that?
Yeah. It's not something I deal with like all the time, but like I would say like a few times a year, you know, I'm probably gonna get some kind of situation. And it's really creepy because like you could be yelling to try to like kind of get somebody's attention. And you can hear yourself yelling in your head, and you can also hear yourself trying to yell in like real life, and it's kind of coming out just like this little like whimper or like, you know, something. It's just it's like the trippiest sensation.
Are you like lucid enough to go, okay, this is sleep paralysis, this sucks, let's ride this out? Or is your dream brain saying, I don't know, man, that's fascinating to me, also terrifying.
Yeah, I think at this point, like I know what's going on, but it also kind of depends on like what, you know, how what stage I'm in it. You know, obviously if I'm kind of like in that pseudo stage where I'm having like a nightmare or something, then it's kind of that you can't really logic out. But yeah, definitely don't recommend it if you can avoid it.
Do you see the same creepy woman?
Typically, yeah.
Oh,
that's
no.
always been a recurring thing. Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, I hope I'm not haunted. Maybe it's Bloody Mary. Maybe I screwed up as a kid.
I was just gonna say, do you think it's Bloody Mary?
Yeah, maybe Bloody Mary. Maybe I did
you asked
really
for
screw
it.
up. Yeah. But this is part of why I love Metazoo so much, and I think this is kind of like a little background story for me, right? It's like my entire life has been cryptids. I used to do that kind of stuff. Like I was that weird little kid that was doing a seance in the bathroom because, you know, I wanted to talk to ghosts, and looking up alien videos all the time and UFO videos and Bigfoot videos. And this has always been a part of my life. And this is something that, you know, it goes back to like us talking about. It's like, Metazoo's got something weird. No matter what happened with prior ownership and all this kind of stuff, like we're still here. We're still ripping things that we've ripped a million times before.
Right.
And, you know, for me, it's just like, I really freaking love cryptids. I love creepy things. I love the stories that people make up. I love when they're cheesy stories.
Yeah.
You know, it's like even things like, you know, Fresno Nightcrawlers, like that grew on me, like this weird sentient pair of pants creature running around, terrorizing a town. Like, I think that's hilarious. So yeah, you know, I'm really glad that Metazoo's back and that we can see this expand out and get some more cryptids and expand past just North American cryptids too, especially. Like that's going to be super cool, getting to see a bunch of different cultures, what their cryptids are.
Sometime when we're hanging, I want to hear more. I want to know about your spooky stuff and this woman. Do a police sketch of her. I want to see what she looks like.
what I've learned is the more you acknowledge it, the more they seem to come around. So
Oh,
I'm not
100%.
sure I'm not sure how much I necessarily believe in ghosts or afterlife type stuff, purgatory, whatever you want to call it. But I still don't like messing with it too much anymore.
I'm with you. Like that's where, to me, there's like a switch in your brain where it's like, okay, I'm ready to receive, and I've like received things. I'm like, no, 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 I'm out. And for a bit, I just turned that kind of thing off. I don't want to do it right now.
Yeah, I think I like living a more simple life in the third dimension. The other dimensions they scare me a little too much.
Yeah. What about you, crew? What bumps in the night at your house?
I honestly, I'm sitting here trying to think. I haven't. I never messed with Bloody Mary, so I mean, I sleep like a baby. No, I'm trying to think if I've had any like spooky things happen to me or not really. How about you?
And I want to see what the chat thinks too. Like, if you guys got anything, let us know. There's a lot we can all hang and maybe do a podcast, whatever, like later. But the one that actually like froze me is in California. There's a place called Doheny Manor, and if you look it up, there's a lot of like movies that have been filmed there. And I was lucky enough to like kind of like work on something, and there have been, I don't know, like the rules of YouTube and stuff, but there have been like just crazy massacres, depression, people have hung themselves, just really, really bad, sad stories. So we were like, I was there working on a project and it was super late at night and it was kind of like downtime. And I'm like, I'm going to go walk around. Like, this is the time. This is the spookiest place. I went there and I walked through and there's all these like ponds and stuff. And anyone knows the history, I definitely recommend looking it up, Doheny Manor. And there was a gentleman who unalived himself right next to a pond. So I'm walking there and I flipped that switch on and I was basically like, if anything's there, like, let me know. And I swear to you, I heard a scream inside my head that I cannot explain. I was like frozen. It was like the worst. It was like a velociraptor is the only thing I can explain to it, mixed with like white noise and static. And I'm running to my buddy and I'm asking him, like, did you tell me you heard that?
Here,
I
gotta switch. I gotta switch up the theme on this one.
Oh, there
There you go.
Music.
Yes.
All right, go ahead. Continue on.
So I run to him I'm like, Ruben, please tell me you heard that, because he was the closest. Because there's no way no one like did not hear this. And he's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And like him and I were messing with each other all day in this spooky place. And I was like, all right, for real though, like I'm kind of over it. Like, let me know. No one heard it. And it's stuff like that. I'm like, I was there. I know I experienced that. What was that? Like that's what keeps bringing me back to zoo and talking about cryptids, because something's out there, man. Maybe it was just my imagination. I wanted to hear something scream, but it froze me. I was out.
Yeah. I think, like I said, I'm not sure exactly what I believe about all of it, but I'm not going to mess around with it. I prefer a simple life in the third dimension, and kudos to the people that want to mess around with all that kind of spiritual stuff and afterlife type stuff, but it's not for me.
Yeah.
Mini T-Rex. So Crew pulled another fusion aura. Man, this is your night, Crew.
Yeah.
I guess. I'm just doming random packs. Ooh, nice T-Rex. No, I was so when I was a kid, I was always like super into horror movies. Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, like all that stuff. When I was like in elementary school, like super into it, like bought all the Fangoria magazines, and like I wanted to be like a special effects artist for like horror movies when I grew up.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and like we would talk our parents into like me and a friend taking us to like the Fangoria. They used to have these conventions, kind of like Collecticon, but it was like for horror. So it was like Fangoria's like weekend of horror. So we'd always go to those. But anyways, I think that is part of what drew me to Metazoo. Is like I've always been a horror fan. Like I meet so many people that are into zoo that love horror, like very similar, kind of backgrounds. Like always been a horror fan. you know, because my kid about like before Zoo came out, my kid got really into Pokemon, and I kind of like did it with him a little bit. But I mean, I'm gonna be honest, like Pokemon never did anything for me, and then but he got into it, and this was all kind of, you know, right before the boom, and so we were like kind of setting up binders, and he was getting into that. And it was exciting for both of us. Like, it was fun for me to watch him rip packs and stuff, but like I personally wasn't into it. And then he saw an Andy Schrock video, when him and his kid were ripping. I think they were ripping Metazoo Kickstarter packs or something. And then right around the same time, I started looking up Metazoo on YouTube, and then I stumbled on Rudy, which I'd never even really heard of Rudy before. And that was both of our introduction to Metazoo. And then this was like maybe a month before CN1 dropped, I think. So we actually I'm in the Midwest, but there is a game castle like randomly kind of by Des Moines. And we pre-ordered a bunch of $99 CN1 boxes, and did a little pre-order there, and drove and picked them up. It was like 2 hours away, but we went and picked them up on release day. And like all of us here, like once we started ripping Zoo, like we completely lost interest in Pokemon.
Nice.
My kid, yeah. So that was like our introduction to Zoo. But yeah, I definitely think it's just you know, it's like the dark elements, the monsters, the creepy, you know, the cryptids. It doesn't have to even be gory, just the whole theme, you know, the Bigfoots and the Mothmens, and like Flatwoods monster card is really cool. So
yeah. And to me, like, I feel like the theme we keep kind of bringing up are just like stories and like what you do with cryptids.
Right.
You know, like I still love Pokemon. I'm still an avid collector. I think my collection is about 50-50 with Pokemon and Metazoo, to be honest. Maybe slightly more Metazoo. Because I buy random jackalopes for PSA 10s. But it's always taught, like, you know, I could talk about collecting and Pokemon and, you know, that sort of thing, but I can't get deep and talk about cryptids and what favorite ones and experiences, because I've never come across a Bulbasaur in my life. So, you know, I could always talk about many ghost stories, and I see that TMX has seen some wild ghosts. Like, you know, it's fun, man. It connects people. Book for my new podcast, cryptidconnect.com.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, that's super fun too. I mean, it's like, you know, being able to travel to different places and hearing the local stories. I mean, it's just like you were bringing up with the Channel 5, you know, Andrew Callahan thing when he did the Jersey Devil episode and the Bigfoot episode, and just how into it people get, you know, for their area.
Yep, totally.
Yeah. So it looks like Josh is not a fan of the booster box. That's okay. I mean, it's not going to be for everybody, you know, and hopefully there's other things that are for you and New Zoo.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, look, Sorcery's Alpha and Beta boxes, like, boxes aren't it for me. I guess, like, for sealed, again, the sealed collectors, do you collect what you like, but for me, I want to know what's inside of it, so I don't put too much weight on the box. You know, there we go. Oh, finally, something.
Oh, nice. My ship.
Hey.
That's what I need.
Complex Sniper, how's everyone doing tonight? Yeah, we've been having a good night. Ripped quite a few booster packs of different sets. Looks like Crew's having a good night. It's got a Possessed Aura, Fusion Aura, some Hateful Eights, but it's been a lot of fun.
Yep.
Brooklyn says, Crew is for seeded packs. Only the best seeded packs here, Brooklyn. Only the best.
Yeah, Crew's got that CT scanner on deck.
Whatever happened to that? Like, is that... Do the people who figured it out aren't telling people, and they're just like, you know, I guess that's where my paranoid brain kicks in. It's like, are streamers, like, they figured it out and we're just not knowing about it? And
well, I mean, from my understanding, CT scanning's, it's not a cheap process, but I would assume that that's probably some higher end, you know, mega million Pokemon type people situation. I don't think we're worrying too much about that, and bulk Metazoo product that's, you know, guys like Motor selling. Yeah.
You know, the thing too about streamers, at least speaking for myself, any good streamer, I think I said this on my last stream, as a matter of fact, because it came up, but like any good streamer wants to pull fire. Believe me, you don't want to be sitting.
100%.
You don't want to be sitting in your stream just pulling garbage all night long. It's not good. It's not a good stream, you know. And I definitely think there are probably people that do that. I think it's probably a little bit overplayed, though, to be honest with you. You know, most, especially in the zoo community. I mean, like we just said, like the zoo community is so small, and you know, these boxes are $5 right now. So
yeah.
No, I agree. You know, that was one thing that Crew, when I started getting on Whatnot, because obviously I'd kind of been more of a YouTuber type person for so long, and you kind of gave me that advice where you were like, dude, streamer guilt's a real thing. Like
streamer guilt.
You want so bad to make it a fun stream and have your everybody that's buying in get the good hits, and you feel so bummed when you just keep opening and not getting people hits. And I definitely, like, I remember there was a couple streams where I was like, oh yeah, this is exactly what Crew's talking about.
Oh.
Yep.
We were just like, reverse holo, reverse holo, reverse holo. I'm so sorry, guys.
I didn't think about that. So is it like a bummer? Does it kind of sit with you after, like, there's got to be good streams and bad streams, right? Like,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like,
for sure.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah. But no, it's like, go ahead, EA.
Go ahead. Oh yeah. So I was just gonna say, like, that. It does feel like a bummer, because I mean, it's like, it's like Crew was saying, like the Metazoo community, it's not a huge community, so a lot of people are your friends. And I've always kind of, it's akin to me, like if you were in a band, it's almost like looking out at the audience, and like half the audience are other bands just waiting to go on stage too, and you're all just there kind of supporting each other. And in a way, that's kind of how I feel about the content side of Metazoo, especially during the closure. Obviously when things were bigger and there was a ton of people in Metazoo, it was different. But, I'm more talking about like maybe the last year that we've all kind of, the small community that's left, was kind of hanging around, waiting to see what happens. But yeah, I mean, it's just, you definitely want people to have fun and get the good hits, just like, when you're buying from other people, you want to get good hits. So,
yeah. Well, you guys, I think this is also why I like Metazoo streamers. Like, let's say there is like, a bad booster box or something, like you guys, or Crew, you do the mystery packs. If it's reverse holos, you throw in like the full holo promos. Like, it seems like the community takes care of one another. We all have our own opinions, which is great. We're all human beings. But seems like the vibes in most streams are pretty good. We all take care of each other. So that's what I'm excited for, is I hope people realize, like, they read the room, and new streamers that come in, I hope we get a bunch of new streamers, but I also hope they read the room and realize, like, we're not here to hype up some stuff, but
yeah, for real.
And I do
some cryptids.
It's the same thing for me. I mean, it's like, if you can throw in a little something just to make it sweeter. Like, usually if somebody doesn't get a hit in my streams, I try to do like at least a CN2 pack or something like that, and it's like, obviously it's not super valuable or anything, but at least you get one more chance at a full holo.
Exactly.
Menace says, so Mothman is the new Charizard, and not even Wendigo or Bigfoot or any aura could dethrone Mothman. But Monkey King might be the new face of Metazoo, not Mothman. Your thoughts? I like it, says Menace.
Yeah, I was listening to Menace's video when the booster box art had people had discovered that. And I think that's a super interesting take. He was talking about how who knows, like the Monkey King might be the new face, kind of the new Charizard, the new chase that everybody's after, and I'm super open to it. I mean, Mothman, come on, we're always gonna love Mothman.
Yeah.
But I am open to other cryptids taking front stage on certain things.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I hope people love Monkey King, because also it's something new. We have not seen Wukong at all. Additionally, for me, I feel like Metazoo, let's just call it what it is. It's Metazoo. Hasn't been like, these are your hits. Go find them. I think we're all gonna find the hits that we enjoy, And like you said, I want to hit as many Mothmans as possible, but also like that Raiju, give me all your Raijus. So
100%.
you know that Bigfoot's for
No, I
someone.
totally
I guess
agree.
that's what I want to see too. Is like, look, I've already said that Bigfoot. You know, not my favorite, but what I can't wait to see is someone that really loves that Bigfoot, and we chat about it.
Guys, is Bigfoot the new squonk?
It could be, yeah, yeah.
Or maybe he's the new hoop snake. I don't know.
I
No,
didn't
but it'll
get
be
I didn't get the hate on Hoop Snake. Again, not my favorite, but it feels a little bit lame. But is it just because it's
right.
kind of just like an odd cryptid, like a little goofy
I
one?
guess. Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah, I think he's just kind of, I don't know. It just feels like, yeah, it's weird. It's kind of, I don't know. To me, like Hoop Snake's a little more like Boat Hound.
Yeah,
Right.
I can see that.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Foo Fighters.
But
I
then you
haven't
have
hit this
like,
in a-
I forget I'm forgetting off the top of my head, but you have the Timber Snake version of it, you know, which obviously has like, you know, deep-seated roots in U.S. lore.
Mhm.
You hate Hoop when you pull 200 of them in one box. Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
that.
Right. Well, that's going to be interesting too because I believe since it's being printed in the U.S., like I'm assuming that's all like machine, like it's not hand packed like the Chinese stuff was. So maybe it won't be a clump so hard and
Yeah.
mappable. And I actually don't even know how that all works, to be honest with you, but I'm just assuming.
Yeah, I don't really know how it works either, but I mean, I would assume too. Not that I think we necessarily saw that in Metazoo, but the machine packing process. I mean, is that you think that's probably like a more secure process too? Like you don't have to worry so much about, you know, crazy hits being pulled off the line or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think especially for, I mean, you hear the stories of you know, big Pokemon hits getting stolen, like the Gengar VMAX Alt Art,
Mm,
even like some Gold Stars back in the day. But like my kind of funny thought is it's machine packed. No one's gonna realize the hits. So like I don't know. I don't think anyone's gonna steal anything. It's gonna be a pretty pure base set. And additionally, like Charlie's like he's also a collector as well. So I think he's gonna make this base set very, very collectible. Like different chases, different alts, and you know, I think it feels like he wants us to win, you know, and
yeah.
enjoy the hits. Like you guys said, like, you know, in streams, you want people to get the hits. Like he wants people to enjoy it and get the hits. Because why would he release a subpar thing, you know?
Right.
That's just my 2 cents. I don't want to speak for Charlie, but feels like there's enough people that, you know, they want to work hard and make it good. So let's give it a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it'll be great if we can get some more mileage out of ripping boxes, you know, because like you said, like 3 or 4 boxes in. Native wasn't so much like this, but like, you know, you ripped 4 boxes of wilderness, you've pretty much 3 or 4, you've and definitely UFO, you've like probably made the set.
Yeah.
You know, so it'd be cool to be 2 cases in and still pulling new stuff. But I guess that all just depends on like set size and if there's alt arts and what they decide there.
Yeah. Well, and you know, I think set size is also going to kind of be a factor in how frequently we need to see that we need to see new sets coming out. You know, it's like if we
Right.
have a bigger set size, you can kind of hold off a little bit longer, or if you know they're not ready to release a new set yet, whatever it is. I mean, it's just gonna, like we said, it's gonna make it so that the product doesn't get stale too quickly. So I'm definitely leaning towards hoping that they're at least slightly bigger sets than what we're used to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hopefully.
There you go,
TMX
Josh.
says,
There's your...
"Oh, go ahead."
No, I was gonna say everyone's kind of hating on Bigfoot. There's your Bigfoot if you want it. But
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
TMX says Charlie also has to see how terribly we've been treated for 5 years. I'm sure he knows at this point. If you have a feeling you're getting played, who do you call? Cryptid Busters. So Brooklyn says, lies, it can take like master case of wilderness to get whole set. Yeah, I guess if you're kind of hunting those last individual cards, but I'm kind of talking about maybe like 80-90% completion of the master set. I kind of feel like you can get that within a few booster boxes, and maybe there's like a few stragglers.
I feel like Kuromi was just such a boring set to rip because
I agree.
The Sanrio 6 are impossible to pull.
Yep.
I went all of 2024 as a streamer, and I think I pulled one Sanrio 6, one maybe two. Towards the end of the year, finally, that set was brutal. And by the time I got into my third or fourth box, I was completely bored.
Yeah, no, and Brooklyn's right. Just super repetitive.
Yep.
You know, the clip art, it just didn't do it for me. I'll never understand. I'll never understand the Hello Kitty set. Yeah, well, January, exactly.
I know I sound like a broken record, but like we can't talk about stories about Hello Kitty. So like I just didn't connect to it. Like, all right, well, cool. And I get it, but I didn't connect to it at all.
You know, and what's really, really funny about the Hello Kitty set is the amount of people who do like Hello Kitty that only went into Metazoo on Hello Kitty. Because I do see this a lot where people are only buying, you know, the Metazoo Hello Kitty collab. And, you know, I think that's the thing. It's like, is it a bad card set to people who like, you know, that are into those kinds of things, into Hello Kitty, Sanrio? They probably thought it was awesome. But for as Metazoo fans, it was just like, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Steve's Collectibles. Good to see you.
Yo, Steve.
What's up?
What do you guys, and Chad as well, like, who would you like to see Metazoo, like, license with or collab with?
Tops.
I was going to say, I think Tops is always going to be a go-to. If that can happen at some point in the future, I think a lot of people would be very, very happy with that.
The thing that was cool, I thought about a Tops collab, and I don't know the financials of it, but just the fact that that was a licensing deal. Like Tops produced those cards and distributed those cards as far as I know.
Yeah.
So it's like Zoo was responsible for providing the artwork, and Tops did the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, TMX is saying Pin Club again, and I wouldn't mind that. I actually, you know, I thought Pin Club was very cool.
Yeah, I agree.
Speed Robo, what's up, dude? Oh, no worries. Thanks for stopping by. We know that you have an LGS to run, so
yeah, I thought the big three. I mean, I thought Pin Club, Revive, and Tops were like the three collabs that. Those are really the only three that I was interested in. I never got into the jewelry or like the drink.
No,
I forget
no,
the juice and.
I don't know what I was thinking. I remember I bought the jewelry collab and I got 2 boxes of it, and once I got them, I was like, what? Why did I buy this? This is such a weird way to go. But
hey,
got something.
Let's
I'm
go.
still happy though, chilling with you guys.
Right on, Bob.
Still a good night.
Yep.
All right, let's see. So, we got Jay where he says Tops cut into sales of Metazoo deeply. Interesting. Well, I guess it depends on.
True.
You know, I guess it depends on what kind of agreement they had and how much Metazoo was able to make off of Tops. You know, from the licensing portion of it. Metazoo Menace says Kuromi made sense for a Halloween set if you know the Kuromi character, but most of us wouldn't know Kuromi's character, and that's exactly it. You know, to Sanrio fans, Hello Kitty fans, you know, it could have been awesome, but for as Metazoo fans, just didn't make sense. Speed Robo says, well, that and V-Card did something stupid again, so I had to record an impromptu rant video. Oh, I gotcha.
V-Card.
Seance would have sold better if Tops wasn't taking away all the sales. That's kind of an interesting take. You know, it's not something I really thought about.
I do remember one released right after the other, and it was like I had like a week of streaming one thing, and then it was just the whole shift was to Tops Chrome. I do remember that.
I remember
plan that out a little better.
Exactly. Yeah, you got to have spacing in between the release. So Jay Worry makes a good point there. I remember sitting on the Tops website before work in a parking lot at a gas station, trying to ensure that I actually could get a couple boxes of it. And I was just sitting there like, you know, refresh. And I managed to get like 10 boxes of it when it first dropped of Series 0, or 5 boxes. It was something, but I just remember how quickly that sold out.
Yep.
See, I would love for them to pull off the Arby's collab. That'd be great.
Are you talking about a modern Arby's collab?
Yeah.
Just
return of
bring the
Arby's.
meme alive.
I mean, it was close. Like Arby's officially, like, we've heard a lot of things. No need to go into it, but like Arby's said, like playing, like they released that on their Twitter. So
Right.
it must have been close. So
I'm
we got
sure it
7 Up
was.
saying McDonald's. Yeah, I think McDonald's as well, because McDonald's has done some interesting ones that, they do all right. There's actually going to be a Yu-Gi-Oh mixed with Sanrio coming out with McDonald's.
I
You guys
saw
see
that. That's so interesting. Yeah. Yeah, Sanrio's kind of they get around a little bit. That's for sure. But we're talking about one of the biggest IPs in the world, right? Like they're competitors to Disney and Pokemon. Let's see. Complex Sniper says, "Remember when Metazoo buyers crashed Top's website?" Yeah, I do. Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, and that's the thing. It's just these. If you've been around with Metazoo forever, like you remember these moments, and it's like we broke the Topps website. A website that has years of sports collecting and Garbage Pail Kids and all these other collabs and sets, and it's like, no, Metazoo fans crashed Topps website. I consider that an accomplishment.
Yeah.
I mean, Metazoo fans broke San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah, that's true. The fire inspectors and stuff were freaking out.
A native spellbook. Let's see if the fire continues out of those.
Yeah. This is it for me. That's all I got. I don't know what you guys are sitting on, but I'll chill for a little bit. I've been DJing, ripping, catch up on chat.
TMX says, "How about Wilderness, eBay, Big Box, and Topps all within weeks of each other? Couldn't sell Wilderness base set at all."
Yep.
Yeah. We've definitely touched on that before. Huge mistake. Releasing variations, and it's like you already have 100,000 print run of Wilderness, and then you're releasing variations that are smaller and
more rare.
Yeah,
better.
It's like, why would you even go for the base set? So
I always felt like the booster box should have always been the king of the.
I agree.
The king of the mountain is your booster box, and then
And it's like, if you wanted to have an eBay collab, make it like some special box or something that's, the cards are the same, but maybe there's a special promo or some kind of figurine in it. Like, I've seen other games do that, and I think you can do something interesting with it. But just the stamp situation with Metazoo got out of hand. Big box stamp, eBay stamp, pin clubs, and
What I would have liked to seen them do for all that stuff was they already had the token artwork, so why not, kind of like what they did with the eBay Wilderness box toppers, they made a chase out of something that wasn't already a chase in a standard set. They made a new chase. They used existing artwork. That's what I feel like they should have done in like big box native blisters. Instead of just having the 3 promos, they should have had 20 tokens in hollow blind, and they would have sold a heck of a lot more, because I personally would have probably bought 60 of them trying to chase the hollow tokens, But instead, they just kind of phoned it in with the you got 1 pack that was guaranteed full hollow, 2 guaranteed reverse, and then you could either get a Ravenmacher, a Wendigo, or a Jewel promo, and that was it for big bucks. It was just
I didn't go for that. I think Menace was the one that taught me about the fact that it's like 1 and 2, 1 versus 2 on that ratio, and I was like, I still have a ton of 3-pack blisters, because even when Metazoo was struggling, if I saw them at Target, I'd still pick them up, especially, sometimes they were discounted. So I stacked those up, but once I figured that out, I was like, okay, I'm not going for a big box set.
Well, and big box could have been standard. It could have been regular, non-big box stamped cards. It could have been regular cards,
exactly,
but with like an alternate chase set of like hollow tokens as the bonus or something.
Yeah.
All right, Lily. Good night.
Lily, thanks for stopping by. We love you.
Appreciate you hanging for so long. Good to see you.
Definitely appreciate it. Yeah, thank you, Steve.
Can you share, Lily, if you're working on something? We got Kelsey working on art.
Yes, yeah.
Hopefully,
Give us
Lily's
something,
working
Lily.
on
Would
Yeah.
love to know if Lily's working on stuff.
I mean, she's here. She's out, probably. I'm excited, man. So it's like it's very easy to kind of like look into the past and try to fix it all, but the truth is we can't do that, like
Nope.
with anything in our lives. So, you know, it's just get in this moment and see what's coming. So, and again, can't wait to see what's going on in Miami, Fort Lauderdale. I've never been to Collecticon. I've been to Comic Cons and a few other things. Like I'm also like in the toy world as well, but never Collecticon. So I'm just excited to be there for that.
Yeah, I've actually never done Collecticon either. I think the timing of Metazoo, I would have been nice if it got to go to like LA or something that's a little bit closer for me. But I'm definitely interested. Like once it starts getting, I'd love to make it to Miami and stuff. I'm not sure if that's going to happen, but once we start seeing you guys, or like a Metazoo, starting to get a little bit closer in area, I think I'm definitely going to try to get out there. Lily says, "What did she say? Sleep talking."
We're trying to see if you're working on anything as well, art wise. Kelsey said she was working on art while moving. So I don't know if you could share if you're working on anything. But we got what's confirmed. Like Dallas is confirmed, right? Dallas, New Jersey.
Yeah, let me see if I can grab that schedule.
I think Orlando.
Did they release that as an announcement on the Discord, or was it?
Yeah, it was the video, right? And it should be on the Discord.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't see anything in the Midwest, so that's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah. I don't...
Yeah. Midwest
Sure,
would be pretty easy for me to get to.
TMX is Jers, baby. All right, TMX, I'll see you there. So yeah, I'm gonna hit up Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and then Jersey's, local for me. So
yeah, it's gonna be cool. I can't wait to get more details on the scheduling as far as like, am I gonna have to drop off social media for 2 weeks if I want to? If I don't want spoilers, that was always the thing with Metazoo. Like, they'd always go to a con like 2 to 4 weeks before a big set drop, and you'd end up like seeing the whole set online, or
yeah.
So I would just not look at socials for like 2 weeks until I got my boxes or whatever, and could rip and be surprised. But
I would love for it to work out that like shortly thereafter, like boxes arrive on your doorstep. I don't know what the timing is by any means, but it'd be cool if like we got some, people sharing what they hit. I'll be excited when people are sharing stuff. But then my hope is that you're not gonna have to wait too long, and then you can pop up streaming to have other people rip and enjoy. Steve Collectibles, hey Lily, love your work. How much direction time does M2 give you to create art compared to MZ1? Just curious.
That's a great question.
Yeah, I think she may have passed out.
I was gonna say we're gonna end up keeping her up past her bedtime.
Yeah.
But I would love to see the super stoked to see what do we get? We got 3 artists in tonight.
Yeah, Emily, Kelsey, Lily.
Yeah, that was awesome. So here's the schedule for Collecticon. I got a screenshot off the video.
All right, so Miami, Houston, Orlando, Dallas.
Dallas, Texas would probably be, or Houston or Dallas. That would probably be an easy one for me to get to.
Man, Florida's getting a lot of love. They're like, let's go back. Now, granted, those aren't like super close to each other, Orlando and Miami, but interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting to bounce back and forth like that.
Oh, same with I didn't even realize. Same with Houston. So they're going Florida, Texas, Florida, Texas. Huh.
Yep.
Interesting.
But it did say on the end of the video, it said more dates coming soon. So
yeah,
looks like this is kind of a preliminary schedule. If people want to get out there and check out Zoo's booth.
Yeah, I have a feeling like what is it? I gotta check out. Yes, February 8th. I have a feeling mid-February, even March, like that's when we're gonna be like, oh, cool, cool, cool. Like they're gonna show us what they've been cooking. So,
Right.
because I've always been, not even with like Metazoo, I've been a fan of films, anything. Like I like when they kind of reveal things when it's ready, and when you can,
Right.
hear news of like how you can access it. I like reveals. It's great, but even like with movie trailers where it's like a teaser and then you have to wait 12 months or something crazy before you see the movie. So,
Right.
Yeah, I think the mentality I'm going into it with is I think we're seeing Metazoo come back a lot faster than I expected. I've seen other companies go through bankruptcy processes, and I know how long that can be dragged out. And that portion, I was kind of impressed that we're actually moving forward with something this quickly. And I mean, when did Mike's bankruptcy letter come out? I'm trying to think about this.
It was end of January, I think, right?
Yeah, I honestly feel, I'm gonna look it up. I feel like it really, June 28th or January 20th, I feel like is in my brain.
And that was 2023 or 2024.
Yeah, January 29th, 2024.
Right. So January 2024, we're a year later from the closure notice, and we know that the new set is right around the corner. Most likely to come out at the end of March, early April, that we're going to be able to really rip this. So, I mean, it's how many TCGs get a second chance like this, especially that quickly? We've seen a couple of TCGs revive. I think Imagination or Magic Cast, something like that, recently after a super long time of being gone. But the timeline isn't that bad. So Menace says January 29, TMX says 24. So yeah, somewhere around there. So a little over a year. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
To get a new set for Metazoo. So that's where I'm at. I'm willing to wait, willing to have the set come out, and I'll judge it and gauge it once it actually is here. I think the spoilers are fun and the information's fun, but it's you don't know the whole idea until the thing comes out and you're ripping it.
Agreed. I'm excited. I hope everyone else is too. It feels like it. I feel like there's some good energy going. So a lot of opinions, which is fine. I think opinions are great. So it just means that people are talking about it. We're talking about cryptids again. We're telling stories. So
yeah,
it's fun.
It's a puzzle. We're getting little pieces and stuff like that, but you're not going to be able to judge it. It's not a full image yet, and that's what I've been saying, is just asking people to wait until we get the full image to properly judge it.
Just reminds me of AOL when images would load. I think I've mentioned. I mean, I'm not old. It's just I think I mentioned my age, and it's that's what I feel like. It's you can't wait for the big reveal.
Right.
And it's good. It's good stuff.
AOL, man. I used to have dial-up. You hear the phone ringing, trying to log on.
Yeah, I used to work at Blockbuster, and we would just pass out AOL what was it, 500 hours, something like that.
Yep.
And I just got so many of those. I was giving to my friends, and same with Xbox Live. I don't know if I'm incriminating myself, but hey, you spend enough time. Blockbuster's down.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
You got him. Blockbuster's finally, we've been tracking him. But yeah, it seemed like Xbox
2 days
Live.
wait, worth it.
Yeah. Then Blockbuster comes back from bankruptcy.
I was going to say, Bob.
GQL bought Blockbuster.
Bob single-handedly tanked Blockbuster by giving out free AOL memberships.
Yeah. Honestly, now that we're kind of when people would come in and they were cool, and I think other people did this too, and we would just chat about movies, and I would pull up their account, and they would always have a late fee. I'm let's just forget about that. You're renting some cool movies. So it was fun. It was a great job.
Do you happen to still have your name tag?
I do. Yeah,
Dude.
and I also worked at Baskin Robbins was my first job. I have that and the hat. And,
that is rad. Having a Blockbuster name tag, that is so cool.
Yeah.
I miss it.
It was good times.
I really miss those times. Going with your friends and choosing a physical copy of a movie. I mean, Yeah, technology definitely has its pros and cons.
I know, but yeah, I hear you. So then, kind of talking about technology, like we do see a lot of artists making their own thing and they're able to stream it. So it's like that's the cool part of it too. Sometimes maybe there's too many things out there, but it's, kind of, yeah, you just gotta go with what you got, I guess.
Well, and
But
I think it honestly lends to the trading card conversation. It's like let's say online clients. For trading cards, we knew Metazoo was almost about to release an online client with Cryptid Clash. But if you play, Magic the Gathering and their online client, it's like it has a place, right? Like if you want a quick game, log on. It's super intuitive. The artwork's cool, but there's something different. It's just like with me, like I love having a physical copy of a book rather than like I can't really do like the screen reading. It just doesn't work for me. Like a what do they call them?
like an ebook.
Kindle ebook type of situation just doesn't work for me. And like I really like physically holding trading cards, and if I'm going to play a trading card game, I love doing it in person. So like I said, pros and cons. Like I also understand that sometimes it's easier for people just to have like the online media that they can log on and get a quick game in on their phone. But I guess it's just a collector's mentality. I still have VHSs from when I was a kid of my favorite movies, and there's emulators for like N64 and stuff like that, or you can play those games on Switch now, and it's like I love like collecting the N64 carts.
Yeah. TMX said I rented The Pest like 12 times. There you go. John Leguizamo. That's a great movie. Great movie. Yeah, I always wonder, there's got to be somewhere out there in like Brooklyn or somewhere super cool and hip, like a pop-up shop for like VHS, whether it be rental. There's got to be something, because
there's one Blockbuster left, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's in Alaska, isn't it?
Yeah, somewhere
or like Portland, I think. Yeah. There's a whole like documentary on that. I'm a sucker for like I'm like, oh, let's check this out because the world is interesting, guys. I know I've said some weird like esoteric things, but it's like, let's see what's going on the last Blockbuster, and they love it.
Yes.
And it's really
Bend,
cool.
Oregon. Bend,
Yes.
Oregon. Steve's Collectibles. I did the same thing with Waterworld, dude. That's Kevin Costner, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember watching the heck out of that movie.
There was a string in the 90s, I guess the entire decade, where like there were kids in most movies, and I couldn't stand it. I was like, another kid with a movie. So like Waterworld, that girl just bothered me. I'm like,
Oh, really?
So I feel like now when I see a movie with a kid, I'm like, that's an actor. I think the first one that broke it for me was, Sixth Sense. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. He's not being like corny, cheesy 90s, like, I don't know. It always broke it for me when a kid was acting. What
about like something like E.T., like the kid that played Elliot? I mean,
so I like Drew Barrymore more than Elliot, because like when he's like screaming and going after him, I'm like, okay, well, it kind of made me break a little bit. I'm like, all right, well, he kind of bugged me. But and then I'm like, what's up with Drew Barrymore? Like she's now seeing it all from her perspective. Like she's caring about this alien. I felt like more than Elliot did. So that was my perspective.
I always remember though I don't know if you've seen it. It's on YouTube, but I don't know the kid's name that played Elliot or the guy's name. But they have the original like casting video for him when he, in front. I don't know if that was a Steven Spielberg movie, right?
Right.
I want to say it was him, but he had to act out some lines in front of Steven and just totally killed the emotion, like just nailed it. And Steven was like, all right, kid, you got the part. And it's just like this really classic history with that. Let's see. So Jay Worry said they had a TV show about the last Blockbuster. Yeah, that's super cool. Metazoo Menace says Cinemassacre rental, LOL. Angry Video Game Nerd has a video store sorta in his slits. Angry Video Game Nerd. That's a pretty cool YouTube channel. Jin Size says, hey Steve, Jay Worry, the rare Blockbuster exclusive games that I wish I had never returned. Clay Fighters, I believe.
Clay Fighters, yep.
That's definitely one of the biggest ones. I remember that from when I was a kid.
Well, that's like a grail. Did you know, like, people are like, trying to get Clay Fighters sealed. I'm like, no way. That's
I've seen the prices on it.
yeah.
At one point, I thought about completing an entire N64 cart collection. I wasn't going for sealed, but there's some titles like that it's like, this is way too much.
All right, so you're collecting other things as well. It sounds like, right?
Yeah, I got a problem.
What about you, Crew? You collecting anything?
You know, I've collected different things throughout my life. Like I used to collect coins.
Oh, that's cool. Like
yeah.
U.S.
Like
coins or international.
Like when I was a teenager.
Yeah, I've got a little coin collection.
Yeah, U.S. coins and like just whatever. There was a little coin shop that I would always go to like after school or whatever, and like, you know, buy random coins and like proof sets and stuff. And I have no idea what got me onto that. And then, you know, comic books a little bit when I was kind of that age. And right now, just Zoo though, primarily.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, trading cards have always been my main thing, but I've gone through different phases. A little bit of video games, but I kind of feel like the video games in my adult life, it's just recollecting what I had as a kid. You know, stuff that I sold when I was a kid because I thought that was what you did was you sold your old games to get the new system or something like that. So, comic books though, I'm still somewhat into comic books. I really like checking out different indie comic books. I don't really do so much like the Marvel, DC, modern stuff, but indie comic series I'm super into, especially horror comic series. Drew, that might be something you might dig. There's so many good horror indie comic series now. Yeah, no, I went through the coin collecting phase too. I still have all my coins that I collected, and I think that's probably mainly it. Obviously, little toys when I was growing up, but I got rid of most of those.
Jay Worry, GameStop is the reason complete games are so expensive. They threw away cases and manuals to save space. Yeah.
Interesting. So Catching Cryptids said January 29, 10 months earlier, 3/12/23, Mike was interviewing, bragging about $50 million. Yeah, what in the heck happened? Metazoo says, to each their own, but sealed video game grading is dumb to me as sealed pack grading. Yeah, I tend to agree with that a little bit. I mean, it's like same thing, you know, to each their own. I get like that you kind of want to keep this pristine copy graded, but yeah, I never got into the video game grading scene.
Yeah. I think that's just like another itch that people try to scratch, or maybe it's like the next thing. It's like, well, I have all these, like what's the next step up? And they go with that. So
yeah, it's almost like the last like upper echelon of collecting something that you're super into is like having the most pristine copy of it.
Yeah.
TMX says, I run a business where I clean and press and get comics graded for clients. Yeah, I remember talking to you about that. I'm definitely interested in sending TMX my Metazoo magazines. I want to submit through him and see if he can get me as high of a grade as I can get. Mendes says, how many is TMNY 1990 movie still best, and when there will be a Legend of Zelda trilogy, the nostalgia is crazy. There's a Zelda movie coming out?
I didn't know that. What's TMNY?
Yeah, I'm not sure about that.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, maybe? Because T is next to the Y.
T. Yeah, maybe you meant Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I have a few beat up comics from Glow. Yeah, I have an obscene comic collection because that's where I love like into the stories. A lot of like, you know, strange horror comics because the art's incredible. I love it.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
maybe that's why I like a lot of stuff with Zoo. It's just so fun to look at, like old sci-fi comics, and those are ones I won't purchase online. I like the hunt and I like finding them. I like kind of like seeing them and flipping through it.
Right.
I may have like the largest Swamp Thing collection for no reason.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah, I don't know why I like
dope.
Swamp Thing. Yeah. Crew's like, I'm retired. I'm done. I hit everything.
I was literally just gonna say like I'm up. So I'm up strong. Like I'm at that point where do I want to keep pressing my luck? Like it doesn't get much better than this, does it?
Yeah.
I understand cashing out, crew.
Yeah.
You know, you beat the casino on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Oops, TMNT, and they need a Legend of Zelda trilogy instead of the Endless Lord. Yeah. All right. So yeah, I am surprised they haven't really done anything with Zelda.
True.
That's happening right now.
I mean, yeah, those were incredible games. I remember playing Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask as a kid.
I know Lily's a big Zelda person.
Yeah, my original email address when I was a kid, I had an AOL email address and it was LinkFan1. I was so into Zelda that I was yeah. But don't email me there. It's long gone.
Yeah. Mine was Skater Alien, and it was skate with
Skater
an A.
Alien.
That was my AOL name. So
I love it.
I'm sensing a future collab here, guys.
yeah.
EA has a long lost cousin that shows up.
On
Skater
his
Alien.
little rocket skateboard.
Right.
Oh, that's funny. Let's see.
Next, mine was Dragon Coup 450.
Nice.
Yeah, drop in the chat what your embarrassing screen name was.
What was the old AOL when you guys were using AIM, AOL Instant Messenger, going in the chat rooms?
There's got to be a few people that are like, what the hell is AOL?
I know. Metazoo says, "Oh, and do you think there will be a 10th Star Wars movie?" Yeah, dude. I don't know. I mean, like to each their own, but I'm really not a much of a Disney dude when it comes to like what they're doing with the Star Wars movies and stuff. But I've heard some people really like them. I'm not super into it. It's kind of like when Marvel also got Disneyfied. It's also when I started losing interest. Jay Worry says Smash Brothers on N64 was legendary, bro. Jay Worry, my timing on N64 Smash Brothers is insane. That's still a game that no matter how long it's been since I played it, I can pick it up and still do super well.
Who do you play with?
I got some buddies that we all kind of grew up in that. We grew up together with that era of video gaming. The N64. So if we get together, we'll still fire up my old N64. It still works, and get some old school gaming on.
I'm with you, Jay Worry. Kirby. I was actually Kirby or Link.
I was always Link.
Yeah.
How could I not be? I'm Link fan 1.
Yes. You were the #1 Link fan.
I was. Metazoo says, agreed, Disney ruined Star Wars, but The Mandalorian is solid and low-key. I haven't watched The Mandalorian. Obviously, the Baby Yoda is super cute, but yeah, Loki was okay. I'm not really sure how much I like the bureaucracy, government agency thing, where they're like super powerful. Kind of feels like it minimizes some of the super villains. It's like when you see the scene where they show like that they have 1 million Infinity Stones and stuff.
Yeah. Glover. Yes. Glover
That was
on N64.
Such a weird game, yeah. You were like a sentient glove.
Did I remember when Game Boy Color came out? I'm like, my world has changed.
Oh yeah,
And then,
same.
Like,
I still have my original Pokemon Yellow, and I think I beat that game. Like I probably played it over 100 times, like just new games all the way through.
yeah, I still have my Game Boy Color, the purple, and actually my original Game Boy, the black one.
Yep, I have my original Game Boy too. I think I used it in some Nom Nom videos actually. It's like the baby blue or powder blue version of it.
That's one that it's like I don't even know the secondary market on those. It's like I don't even care. I'm never selling it. You just look at it and all the memories come back.
Yep, they're not that expensive actually.
Yeah,
I've been kind of surprised. Like the retro video game market is not. It's not terrible to get into. Yeah, Jay Worry, Earthworm Jim, that game
Yes.
ruled. Smash Brothers is the best. I still play that today. Do you guys know how to Z cancel?
Yeah, you just abort. You can like pause and hit Z, and the game's
Yep.
just like over.
That was always when somebody crashed out when they were losing too bad. They would just press start and start doing that, and I was just
Yep.
that was yeah.
It's the equivalent of taking your ball and leaving. It's like,
Yep.
come on, like you know what you did. You know you're gonna lose. Like, what are we doing? And then, you didn't call that friend for the sleepover anymore.
Yeah, every time somebody did that, I was like, okay, well, that just means I win. So
yeah.
it's not a tie. I don't care how you feel about it. I won. 7up Collect says I emulate all on my Steam Deck. Yeah, the emulator situation's super cool. Careful though, I think Nintendo will send a hitman after you if they find out you're doing that.
N64 games or 70, yeah. Dude, I remember like when Donkey Kong came out, like I have siblings, so like when that came out, it's like we put our money together, we worked hard, we got it, like let's just get nostalgic. I'm pretty sure like my kids and stuff will have similar stories, but that's the stuff that's like, dude, video games brought us together.
100%. Back in the days of having to worry about people looking at your screen and stuff like that, we were playing like Quake 2 on N64 and
007.
GoldenEye. 007, GoldenEye, Jet Force Gemini. So many great games on that system.
Jet Force Gemini, damn, you're bringing it back. And then Cool Borders on PlayStation.
Yeah, I never really, I didn't really get into PlayStation until I played some of the original games. I mean, there's incredible games on PlayStation. Like I was just talking to my friends yesterday about Parappa the Rappa.
Yeah.
Like what a unique game, dude.
Yeah. Kick, punch, kick. Yeah.
yeah. I felt like Sly Cooper when that came out. It kind of brought back that aesthetic.
I was so legitimately angry where I'm like, great, I got so far, and then you're in the concert line, and you play these people all over again. I'm like, I already did this. I was so angry. That's one that's up in price. Parappa the Rapper 2, I see all the time. It's all right, but then I guess you get a Parappa the Rapper 1. It's up there. I spent 100 hours on Diddy. Yes.
Diddy Kong Racing, yeah. The Banjo-Kazooie series, Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie, that's always been one of my favorites.
I didn't really get into like Xbox too much. I liked Red Dead Revolver, and then Red Dead Redemption was able to be on PlayStation, but Red Dead Revolver was great, and there was some like fun just like smash 'em up games on Xbox, but I didn't really follow Halo or all that.
No, I literally never touched Xbox. I just wasn't. I wasn't really that guy. Like I think, because I kind of moved to computer gaming after, the consoles, like kind of GameCube and right around GameCube era. I think I kind of started doing computer gaming rather more. But I was always like a huge Blizzard fan. Like I played the hell out of Diablo 1, Diablo 2. StarCraft, and then if I was going to play like a first-person shooter, I was always on Counter-Strike.
Yeah. And then what was oh my gosh, I spent so many hours like the Worms fighting on PC. Like, and there was like Wormageddon, and you kind of had the little like bazookas. So
I don't remember that one.
I think it was just called Worms, and they were like little cartoon worms, and he shot like fireballs and stuff. Metazoo Menace. I know you guys were talking about creepy stuff earlier. Did any of you have a Mandela effect story, like Berenstain Bears not being real, but Berenstain Bears was real?
Oh,
I'm
bro.
trying to think. Yeah.
I've gone down insane rabbit holes with the Mandela effect.
Yep.
Like I've been so bothered where like I'll watch people will do compilation videos where they'll show you like, one is the real logo, one is not, and you have to select which one's the real one. And I'm like, I know for a fact it's that one, and it just never has been.
Even one that always sticks out is I thought Febreze had 2 E's always, and then they're like, no, it's 1 E. Like, no, it has 2 E's, and then nope, Febreze has 1 E.
Oh yeah, well it's like the Fruit of the Loom, the cornucopia thing, and yeah, it's wild. I mean, I've seen so many that it's like I don't remember it correctly apparently, or our timeline merged with a different timeline during COVID or something, and they're just screwing with us.
That's all COVID was just a big paradigm shift.
I, has time ever felt the same since COVID?
Now we're getting deep. Now that I finished all my packs, I don't know. Like, I'm with you. There's some weird stuff.
Yeah, I
Counting
don't even
out
think.
COVID, like people's mentality, like just keeping all of like the sickness and all the craziness aside, people's mentality and brains, I think, did something. Like we were all, no matter what, we were all inside for a very long time.
Yeah,
You know.
did something to the psyche, maybe. Yeah, I know a lot of little kids that kind of suffered from that. Socially and stuff like that. It's a very interesting generation to have had to live through our situation. Yeah, I'm not even sure if you're allowed to say COVID anymore on YouTube still. I remember for a while it was like, no, I said it first, but I remember for a while it was like one of those things where they would like flag your video or something.
Oh yeah, it would be like discussing something that may not be true, all that stuff. Well,
Yeah.
like all of like the C word aside, yeah, I've spoken to people and they're like, my kid was a junior in high school and then like they had to jump to being a freshman in college. I'm like, whoa, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's brutal. That's brutal.
Yep. Yeah, I knew a lot of kids that were supposed to graduate around that time, like family friends, had their kids and stuff like that. And yeah, they just missed out on all that stuff, missed out on their proms and their graduation ceremonies. Pretty big bummer for them.
I was watching the stream and they just kind of depressed me after they were done with
I know. Should we go back to talking about ghost stories? But yeah, no, I think I'm kind of just, I had a half a box of native here, then I'm just kind of ripping through. One thing that I don't think I've ever personally gotten to rip through, funny enough, is Magicast.
Do you have any?
Yeah, I have one. Yeah, right here.
Sorry, I'm adjusting my camera, plugging my phone in.
I never really did anything with Magicast or paid too much attention. I have a couple sealed boxes that I've just gotten over the years. So is there anything in particular that I should look out for?
I mean, the moths are cool. I'm trying to think what else is in Magic.
Yeah, that one's new to me too. I just passed over it because I think it was just like one of those things where they were releasing so much that I just like. And then wasn't it kind of like a dig at Magic? So it's like, man.
Yeah. No, Magic. That was the 30th. The 30th was the dig.
Yeah, because Magicast was what Mike was originally going to name Metazoo, right?
Right.
Interesting.
So Magicast was the original name of Metazoo, and I think that was the original art as well.
Menace, tell me what I'm supposed to get out of Magicast. So he says Full Hollow Mothman and San Sinclair Mothman and April Fool's Metapoo Metal. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 packs. Let's see what we get out of Magicast. This is like one thing, like I've said it before, but one thing about the bankruptcy that I loved was I finally got to catch up on stuff.
Right.
I know. I wish I bought more samples, and I've been getting into playtesters. PB Magnet had some good points of like playtesters. Like those are going to be pretty rare too. So
CMX says nothing good in those at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I used to think the April Fools or whatever. I think it's the April Fools. Yeah, I used to think that was a cool card in Magicast, but it's literally like just the staff. So it's like I think it has Andy and who else is in that? Andy, Ted, maybe Ted's in it. Emilio, maybe. Like,
is Shaw in it?
Yeah, he might be.
Let's see, nothing too crazy so far. Yeah, so Magicast, it looks like it's seeing Andy on here in Afton. It's kind of a interesting combo.
Yeah, it is Metapoo. That was the Metapoo set. Ah, Menace has it. Yeah, that's right, Menace.
Of course. Okay.
Fourth wall. Interesting. Wow, small set, only 8 cards. Yeah, the clumping is real.
Yep.
So it's just, what is it, 8 cards, and are all of them potentially reverse holo, holo, and non-holo?
I'm trying to remember that. They started doing that thing where they just kind of water everything down.
Spellbook, Metamic. I think this is probably my favorite that I've gotten, artwork-wise.
Yep.
Chris Camp. And yeah, I don't know. That's a interesting set. So I'm glad I can say that I've crossed Magic Cast off of my list, but I'm not really seeing anything that pops out to me too crazy.
You know what's crazy? I was just sitting here thinking about looking at my pulls from tonight and thinking, like, we haven't had a new set, and if you don't count Kuromi, like, we're almost going 2 years without a new set. And like, I still love ripping all these sets. Isn't that wild? And I'm a streamer, so I rip every week, like multiple times a week usually. And I never stopped since, like, Mike's letter. I never stopped.
Yeah,
I would love to know how many packs have gone away from Crew's hands.
Quite a few.
I mean, if you had to guess, like, what do you think? Like, I mean, you're in the 5 figures for sure.
Oh yeah, easy. I'd have to. I should sit down and try and figure that out, actually.
Yeah, maybe look at some whatnot averages.
I could probably look at some old spreadsheets and come pretty close, to be honest.
Crew, when you go to like a barbecue or something, or people like, I'm sorry about that. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
When I go to a barbecue,
like, are they like, oh, so what do you like? What do you do? And you know, you got your other, like, do you ever bring up, like, I'm a streamer, like, check out Metazoo, like?
Yep.
Nice.
I do. And actually, so like my neighbors, for example, like, they have two little kids. I think, well, they're not little anymore. I think one's just finishing elementary school, and then the girl is just getting out of like middle school, like junior high. And they are both like super competitive, like Pokemon players. And like they go and like the girl will like, go and get stuck with adults and like beat adults locally here. And so they're kind of tuned into mainly just Pokemon, but when we brought our Metazoo outside, we gave them Metazoo, and their parents started kind of following it a little bit. And so that was cool.
That's cool. Yeah.
But people think, like, people that have never heard of Whatnot, when I show them what it is, they think it's really like interesting for sure. Like, most of my friends think it's pretty cool. So and it is a cool concept. Like, not even just TCGs, but like you can get on and shop for anything, and it's just live sales in general.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a modern thing, because it's like it reminds me of like the first time that I found out video game streaming existed, where like when that first started becoming popular, I was like, why in the world would somebody watch somebody play a video game that you could just play yourself?
Yeah.
And then I realized it's about the personality and hanging out with people and doing, commentary and having a community. And I thought the same thing at first with like pack rips online, where I was like, why wouldn't you just want to buy the product and rip it yourself? But then, that's what I realized. It's about the show. It's about hanging out with people and commenting on each other's hits. All right. So
yeah, no, I was just going to say, like, my daughter brought one of her friends over just like a few months ago, and like I must have been streaming because they must have heard me yelling or whatever, and the girl's like, what's your dad? What's going on? And my daughter's like, oh, he's streaming. He rips cards on Whatnot, and she's like, oh, really? So does my dad.
That's so funny.
It was hilarious.
Awesome.
It was hilarious.
That's so funny.
Yeah, so it's and like I used to do with my son, we would do card shows like at the local, like, I don't know, somebody would rent out like American Legion or something and throw a card show, and you could go get a table for like $25. And we used to do that like every quarter. We would do that, and he would take Pokemon, and then we would both take Zoo, and I literally, someone came up to me, started talking to me about Zoo, and somewhere in the conversation we realized that this dude was literally in my stream the day before, like
Oh wow, that's
in
so
my
cool.
Whatnot stream, yeah. And like I'm in Iowa City, Iowa, basically. Like, I'm not in a huge area, so that was wild. But
I gotta ask too. Do you think that was when there was a Whatnot tab for Metazoo around that time?
yeah, no, there was, yeah.
At first, I was like, "Oh, that's cool that we're in other TCGs," but I'm really hoping when the launch happens that we can get that tab back, because you're gonna get those curious people, and then they get in, they're like, "Whoa, what is this?" Like having our own tab, I think is big.
Yeah, I think it'd be nice to see Metazoo come back. But I will say that being in the other TCG category has brought new eyes on Metazoo if they're just cruising around. You know, so there was a little bit of a pro to it for a while. Let's see. So Jay Worry says about a few hundred of them from Crew.
Yeah, that's right,
I
Jay
don't doubt
Worry.
that. Steve Collectible says, how many CN1 boxes ripped at Crew? I think I remember you posting a pic in the early days with like 60 boxes.
I don't know if I ever had that many. I don't think I've ripped that many CN1, because I didn't even start ripping CN1 until after the bankruptcy. Funny enough, I I missed all the, like when they were going for like 30-40 bucks a pack, I wasn't selling. I was just ripping something else. And well, I didn't even start streaming until like after, between Wilderness and UFOs, when I think we started streaming. So it was like after, it was like when things were starting to kind of get dicey. So I was just holding CN1. But yeah.
I give it to you to see the opportunity to be like, well, I'm just going to be Metazoocrew. Like, it's available.
Yeah.
I'm going to brand it. Like, that's great branding.
That was my kids. That was my kids that did that. My daughter was like, so in the early days, they wanted to do content like on YouTube. Like, I swear, like they went through this phase where like they wanted to be YouTubers when they grow up. Probably every kid that age at that point in time did, you know.
Yeah.
So it was like, and so they were like, well, let's make a Metazoo channel and we can be called Metazoo Family. And then somebody else was like, well, how about Metazoocrew, because it rhymes and there's, you know, and we're a crew because there's 3 of us or whatever. So that's where that came from.
Yeah, that's cute.
That's great.
Is actually my kid, yeah.
And then your daughter was quickly like, I'm out. Like, you
Oh,
just
bro,
have...
yeah, yeah. Because this was like tween. This is like preteen, and then once they hit high school, they're like, dude, my kid will not even, like, my son will not even look at the card section at Target. Like, he breezes right by it. Like, he's too cool for cardboard right now, but he'll be back.
Yeah, he'll be back streaming.
He'll still watch like Metazoo content, or like if I'm watching it, he'll still perk up a little bit, but like he's got other stuff going on right now that's more important, I guess. So
yeah,
you know, he's got a girlfriend, and you know.
Oh yeah, that'll change things.
Yeah, he'll be back though.
Yeah, we all circle back around, I think.
Yeah.
You know, Menace brings up about the Rattle Pokemon videos. If people watched Rattle first, they wouldn't check out Whatnot. I think Rattle. I think that's kind of overblown, to be honest with you. I mean, there's shady people in all walks of life. Like, I don't think it represents. I think you just need to find the right streamers.
Right.
And especially in Metazoo, like Metazoo's such a small community that people that try anything, if they don't get, you know, they'll get called out, or people will just stop going in there. But
I think that's the thing about it too. It's a community policing type of situation. You know, it's like if there's sketchy guys out there, then you know you don't buy from them. And there's plenty of good streamers out there that are in it for the right reasons. So I think the problem is like when I didn't get into Whatnot, like as far as even watching streams, this like ironic, you know, that I didn't really meet Crew until, you know, later on in my Metazoo journey. Because like when I first logged on to Whatnot, it just felt like a bunch of hype streamers, and like that's just not what I'm into. You know, I'm not into the guys that are screaming at me to buy packs and screaming, "Come on, chat! You know, let's go!" All that kind of stuff. It's not my vibe. You know, I really like chill, laid back streams. So when I first logged onto Whatnot, it just seemed like an overabundance of, the screamer types, and I just wasn't into it. And then it took me a while to find guys like Crew and Zard Exchange and the calmer dudes.
Well, I hope Ruck's back streaming the new stuff too.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah,
we got some solid people. I love popping into Hello Brooklyn's Whatnot streams and hanging out with him in there, and we'll see.
I can't wait to see the people that like dive in. They're like, I think I'll give it a shot, and they start streaming. So I'm sure it'll be familiar faces that we've all seen. So.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm already starting to see a lot of familiar faces come back. Like, wanting to know what's gone on the last 9 to 12 months. Like, pull up a chair.
Yeah.
Let me explain. But.
Well, how you guys feeling? Of the night.
Oh, he definitely is. Yeah, Crew beat everybody out. I was scrolling through my hits off camera, and I was like, nothing too crazy.
Yeah, I just got lucky on this one box of seance. It happens.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, how you guys feeling? Been in for about 3.5 hours.
Yeah, I love that everyone's been hanging. We got 23 people.
It's cool.
It's always been pretty steady. This is what I'm talking about. This is like such a great community, and it's all been like good love in the chat and great opinions, awesome rips. So, I can't wait to see what happens a month and a half from now. It's gonna come up fast.
Yeah, it's gonna be here before you know it.
Yeah,
Pocatino,
definitely.
Who's Pocatino? Just bought the rest of the Black Friday packs for $2,500. How many packs was that?
Holy moly!
200 or 300.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's the that's the weird part is streaming when there's kind of multiple big things going on tonight.
Oh right.
I was looking at it's got 73 packs. People in there.
Yeah. Which kind of like thanks everyone for hanging out. Like we're just ripping and hanging. So. This is what and thanks for inviting me, EA. Never done anything like this. Those in the community know I've always just been AnonymousBob, kind of just emoji things here and there and comment here and there, but I want to get out there and rip with you guys.
Yeah, of course. No, we're stoked that you could join us, and I love this kind of stuff. All the community members and jumping in each other's live streams and hanging out, talking. It's nice kind of hearing other people's voices too. So. Yeah, super glad you could join us, and obviously if you want to do it again in the future, just let me know, and I'm sure we'll have other joint streams going on someday too.
Yeah, this was super easy to set up, so anyone out there in chat that like wants to do it's pretty cool that you got this all definitely. Set up. So as far you sent me a link. I don't know what you did on the back end. It could have been like nerve-wracking.
It's not super complicated. There's a few guys that use the same program as me. So it's not too hard, to set up and jump in.
It might be cool to some night have like a public join in or something.
I agree.
Like what I've seen, like
Uncle and Frostbite.
Yeah, I think those are cool. And I always catch the replays on those. I'm never around when it's live, but
yeah, I'd love to host one of those. Just get maybe do it how we're doing it now, where we just do a several-hour thing and people can kind of come in and out as they're available. Rip a booster box or two, talk some zoo, and now that I'm back, I'm definitely going to be around a lot more again. So looking forward to getting more of these going soon.
Yeah, super fun.
Yeah, I think we're like right. We got like 30 seconds left. So until like 3.5 hours, it feels like a good mark to. We're all done ripping, right? Cruise again, like he's just leave that up there for a few days and enjoy it. Yeah.
I'm just
my big hits for these guys. I'm still happy, This is always I'm chasing in Prison Moras.
Oh, for sure. No, those
are the ones, but
ripping and hanging with the community is always good. Crazy hits or not. So I got a huge pile of wrappers beneath my feet. So I'm gonna definitely have some cleanup to do.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, so if you guys got anything else?
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm all set. Just gonna kind of be organizing and call it a night. And whoever's
on.
gonna be there in Miami, I'll see you in Miami. If not on, some other streams.
Right on. Yeah, and if you guys, of course, as usual, I have everybody's social medias in the description of the video. So, MetazooGames, if for some reason you are in here and you're new to Metazoo, you have all of their socials in there, their Instagram, YouTube, the Game Incubator Labs website. Join the Discord, come out and hang out with the community and get updates on what's going on with Metazoo. Metazoocrew, I have all of his information in there. Follow him on Instagram, YouTube, and especially Whatnot. He is, in my opinion, by far one of the top Metazoo streamers, if not the top. So he's on Whatnot usually a few times a week. Very, very much worth jumping in. AnonymousBob, I didn't have too much for you, but I had your Instagram, so
yeah,
I got that
I
up
have
there
like
for
6
you.
posts on Instagram. I kind of live by my name. Like, if you want to reach out, I'm happy to chat about anything. I don't really have like a social presence, but I'm a pretty social guy. So if you want to chat about anything, especially Zoo, I'm available.
Right on.
Cool.
Yep, and then all my contacts on there as usual. So fun stream, guys. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. Super nice to jump back in it with the live stream on a Saturday night. So hope everybody has a good rest of their weekend.
Yep. Stay safe out there. I'll chat with you guys.
Yep. All right. Take it easy, guys.
Bye.
Peace.